Hey everyone, welcome to Saturday. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing well. Doing well.
Doing great.
Did you get over your technical difficulties, Eric?
Yeah, best laid plans, right?
Yeah, we all run into difficulties once in a while, and it happens. We alternate and move on.
There's Timmy the pilot has jumped in there. Cheers, native of planet Earth.
Nice.
Dave, what's up? Dave Vogelsang. Cheers, buddy. Peter White. Jeff Cass.
Timothy thinks we're going to get into some conspiracy theories tonight. We just might.
You never know.
We just might.
Hey, could be. Rick Moreland, that fine gentleman, has sent me. Wait till you see this. All right, so here is. You can see it.
Hold on.
Yeah. All right.
I can't solo you. Why can't I solo you? There you go.
Yeah. So he sent me the string blender, the Dusty. Okay. It's 120 proof, and look at this on the back. Oh, go away! You got to go back.
Oh yeah. That's where it's at.
I mean, if someone's not kissing your butt, I don't know what that's called.
This is awesome, man. And I did take a little snort. I don't know what that was. You better look.
I mean, you should really only snort Coke. Don't snort the whiskey.
Well, that's what they used to say.
This kind of Coke.
I'm just gonna get me just a little. I don't know. There was a very loud noise that just happened outside. Did you see anything?
Hey guys.
Hey Rick, how you doing, sir?
Rick. Let's see. Might need to turn up your mic volume a little bit there.
Yeah. So Eric, if you've never met Rick, this is Eric, and we're not going to make him do it tonight because he did it last week and he did it last night on Sean's stream. But if there is ever a man cave for a man cave, this is the man cave.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he's got the man cave.
Yeah,
so
he's gonna. There we go. Tilt up a little bit. We're seeing a little too much of you personally.
Yeah, we're seeing your pecker. We need you to come up a little bit.
Come up just a little.
Well, no, you're probably not seeing that. I don't see binoculars.
Yeah.
Let's just say you're not going on solo layout because then we're going to see it all.
Up just a little. There we go. Perfect.
All right. I'm going to say hi to everybody in chat.
Yeah.
Sugar Kitty, Jeff Castle, Mr. Mom, Dave Vogelsang. Oh, welcome, sir. Peter White, Timothy the pilot, and I believe Jeff Castle, Rick, of course, he's in the studio, and Josh Fritz, I believe, was here. So cheers, everybody. I hope you're having a good weekend. Tonight, we have a guest, and his name is Eric, and he has a bourbon channel, and it's called the Trash Palate Bourbon.
Yeah.
He's a very small channel. I believe the last time I looked, he had maybe 8 or 10 subs. And from what I've saw, he
should have more.
He should have more. He's got what looks to be really decent production, and he really puts in some educational elements, and he does his homework when he does his videos. Yeah. So I'm going to drop the link. If anybody wants to check him out. We're going to get into a couple of questions for him and get to know him a little bit. But yeah, he definitely does his homework when he does his videos. Looks like he's got good production. So check him out.
Yeah, he's also got a nice freaking collection.
Problem. Maybe a problem? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it a collection problem? disease, sickness. I'm not really sure what.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, he's got a nice little room, nice little collection room there.
Y'all have a link to his channel?
Yeah, I'm getting it right now.
Yeah.
Just
Rick,
bouncing between windows.
your sound is really low, and I've got you cranked up as far as it'll go. I don't know if you're able to adjust your mic volume or not.
Yeah, just let me know if I end up getting something. I'm turning it up, my volume all the way up on this iPad. Is that better?
No.
Still a little low.
Now we're echoing.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Let me turn my sound down. Better?
I don't hear echo. Nah, you do hear echo.
I'm coming on down with that.
Yeah. Echo.
Still got
30
it?
miles below the sea.
I don't. No, I don't. But it's fine.
I'm primitive here. I'm new to all this stuff. I
I
tried
hear
to
you,
use my
bud.
laptop last weekend, and it wigged out on me. It didn't want to do the job. It probably had better sound, everything, but it I don't know. It just shut off on me right in the middle of it.
Are you on your phone or your laptop or what?
Might as well say phone. It's an iPad.
iPad.
So, Eric, what got you into wanting to make videos? I mean, obviously it was bourbon, and the love of bourbon. But what drove you wanting to make videos?
I mean, honestly, it was really for myself, because I'm really new into this, like about a year and 3 months, year and a half, somewhere in that area. And I haven't watched a lot of YouTube videos. Like I've seen a couple of you guys now that I've met you guys. But like I haven't, that's it. Yeah. Thank you. But I haven't really watched a lot. I've watched a little bit when I was trying to learn a little bit about some of the things. I watched a little bit of SLB, those guys, and and they kept when they were tasting things and when they were doing the nose and then the actual palate and the finish and all that, they're talking about all these flavors and things that they're smelling and tasting, and I'm like, I get none of that. Like I get nothing. I get none of that. Like I'm not getting cherry, chapstick or, whatever, cotton candy and, caramel. I'm getting none of that. And so I was talking to a friend of mine and, I was like, I mean, why don't I just make videos talking about how bad my palate is, or, because I started chasing all these bottles, of course, and I have all these bottles and I'm like, it does me no good just to sit around and open them on my own. Why not open them here and there and see if I can actually get something out of this? If I can train the palate or, actually get something, from these. And, I finally have a couple that I've actually, had some breakthroughs with, but, for the most part, still, I don't get a lot of that. So that's part of the research too, is I want to see, okay, what's the nose supposed to be like? What's the palate? What's the finish? And, for the most part, I don't get any of that. And I don't have any, any nose problems or breathing problems or any problems with my taste or anything that I've been diagnosed with. I think I just have a crappy palate. So
No, don't feel bad. You don't have a crappy palate, because when I drink something and I hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm getting, orange marmalade and cherry confectioner sugar and burnt brown sugar with a slight oak," no, I can't get that. I get brown sugar. I get the ethanol. I'll get some vanilla, but my mind and my palate and my nose can't equate it to anything. The only thing I can really say I can pick stuff out of like that is Old Forester 1920.
yes,
Just about any Old Forester, I pick up bananas. And there are quite a few bourbons where either on the nose or on the palate, I'll get the banana, or I will get like Big League Chew, grape, Big League Chew.
okay,
But that is about as exotic of notes as I can pull out. I can get your normal notes. They're either there or not there. I can tell if it's a baking spice or not, or just spices like red hots, like cinnamon, but that other stuff, I can't figure out how they come up with that.
Whatever it was a couple weeks ago when I was tasting 3 samples, and I'll have to go back because I don't remember exactly which one it was, but I literally got pipe tobacco, sweet pipe tobacco right on the very end, and it was amazing. And it was like, holy shit, did somebody dip tobacco in there? Because that's exactly what it freaking. That was the first time I had ever got that. I'd heard people say, tobacco, but I don't know if that's what they were talking about or what. But it was good. It was good. It was I'm pretty sure it was a double oak something, but I had to go back and see which one that is.
Now I will say this, and I'm going to grab the bottle real quick.
Oh, what was your name again? Trash Palate. What was your name again? I'm bad with names.
Oh, Eric.
Eric?
Yes, sir.
I have the same problem, but my problem is in 2020, right at Christmas, I got COVID, lost my smell and taste.
Oh, that's horrible.
So, yeah, so my taste is maybe 75%, and my smell is just random. And Rusty probably will argue the point, but I pretty much just have one of the best blends in the Blend Sanity.
It's pretty good.
So this bottle is also one of the first bottles that I picked up really weird notes. And it's Garrison Brothers Guadalupe.
Okay.
Now, I love this bottle. And if you ever want to try a 10-year used leather baseball glove, that's your bottle. Because that is the exact notes. The first time I tried that, I was like, holy crap, I just put my childhood baseball glove in my mouth, and it's delicious.
So it was delicious. That was going to be my question. So, yeah.
I love that bottle. I have a backup of that bottle, and it is one that I will always have a backup for because I like it. It is on the expensive side. Some people don't think that it's worth the price that they charge for it, but I really like Texas whiskey, and that is from Texas, and that's just one that I've got 2 or 3 different offerings from them.
Now, Mr. Mom, I think a lot of tasting notes are based on, you dummy, why can't I do that? Boom. I think a lot of tasting notes are based on things you've tasted in your life. You can't taste anise black licorice if you never tried it. Remember, it's just my thoughts. Yeah, I hear you. It makes sense.
And Mr. Mom, it's funny you say that, because as funny as it sounds, as stupid as it sounds, there are a lot of times when I played baseball, whether with my friends or on a team, for whatever reason, I would put my glove in my mouth. I would rub the ball, put it back on. So that completely makes sense.
What do I get from that allocated bottle, Rich and Rare Reserve? It's all very faint, but I do get, it's very slight caramel, a little bit of a woody. I wouldn't say oak.
Who's echoing?
It's Rick still echoing.
Let me see if I can stop it.
I don't know what. I don't hear it now. I don't know. That's really all. Some bottles are better than others. No, it's still echoing.
Is it me by any chance?
No, it's I muted Rick a couple times to make sure that it was him or not.
No echo?
No echo.
No echo.
And we can hear you.
Yeah,
okay.
Hear you much better.
So how did you guys get started? I guess that's a good question to ask.
Rusty, you want to go first?
Yeah, so I got started. I've been a a beer and liquor drinker, you know, pretty much since teenager. But you know, when I drank liquor, it was in a shot glass. You threw it back and then you chased it with a beer, or you might make a, you know, Jack and Coke or something. And then probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, I started just mixing just the cheapest shit I could find so I could have, you know, a decent mixed drink and, or an alcoholic drink. Cause I didn't really like, I thought I didn't really like liquor all that much, but I was drinking it wrong. You know, shooting it is not the way to drink it.
Amen, brother.
And then,
unless you're shooting an empty bottle, that's awesome.
Well,
yeah. There you go.
And then we were camping, and I ran out of mixer, and I had Benchmark 8. That was my go-to. And I thought, well, I mean, I see people drink it on ice, so I freaking put it on ice, and I sipped on it, and I was just sipping it, and I was like, well, damn, this is pretty good. I'm just on ice. And I don't know, it just kind of progressed from there. And then literally last year, probably, I don't know, June, July, I don't know how I happened on Whiskey Wisdom, or no, I was watching other channels, SLB. I thought they were doing pretty good stuff. And then I just happened on Whiskey Wisdom and thought, you know, this guy's funny. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And then Troy from Baker Drinks and Matt, Whiskey Wisdom, and a couple others, and I don't mean to forget, but they were like, start your own channel. I was like, okay. So I did, and now I'm a superstar. No, not really.
He is a superstar. You should see his video counts. And when he shoots videos from on top of a slanted roof or a sloped roof, I'm sorry, I got to be correct. You know, he goes viral. But for me, it's kind of a different story. My father was an alcoholic my whole life, my entire life. I myself have been dead set against drinking 90% of my life. Not beer, not alcohol. It was never something that I wanted to entertain because I didn't want that focus to be with my kids. My kids are all grown up now, and right around COVID, I think COVID did a lot for the bourbon industry. I started getting interested. I'm like, you know what? I can drink if I like it, and I can be responsible with it. I didn't want to go to bars, and because one, it's too expensive. B, you're looking at 10 grand if you get a DUI. If I get a DUI, I lose my job. So I was looking to kind of step in and get my toes a little bit wet and try different things. So I did. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes doing these videos, I still have a hard time because as much as I love bourbon and the tasting notes, the camaraderie with everybody, you know, we've made a lot of really good friends here on YouTube. I don't want to promote that for the alcoholism in people. I don't want people with issues to see like my videos and stuff and drive that problem further. So that's one thing that I have an issue with. But it really was learning the products and kind of like you know, hearing the tasting notes. And, you know, there's a lot of channels I watch, the Baker Drinks, Whiskey Wars, Matt's channel. And what were the big guys in Texas? I forgot their channel.
Oh,
everybody's watched them. I can't think of them. Anyways, they have the Bourbon School there in Texas.
Oh wow.
I don't know. Anyways,
Bourbon School?
No, well, Bourbon School is one. But anyways, you know, I started watching a lot of channels, and like you, I'm like, how do these people get all this out of that? Well, then I started getting the brown sugar when I started off with the lower proofs and started working my way up,
Whiskey Tribe?
Yes, Whiskey Tribe.
How's that? Yeah.
As I started getting into the higher proofs, I'm like, oh, wait a second. I'm getting something here. It might have been just one note, but I was getting something. And then I would start getting a little bit more and a little bit more. And then I started appreciating the different products and learning about the process. And I started appreciating the process that a lot of, companies and distillers, craft distillers, go through to make their products. And it's just really been a learning experience for me. And then the community that's here is just amazing. They are truly, truly a great group of people. Once you get inside and you start getting to know people, you start getting on more channels. I've never seen a channel push anybody away because they didn't know something or they didn't want you to know something. I've seen every channel pull you in.
I might have seen that, but anyway.
Well, you're different, Rusty.
I am different.
I've seen all the channels pull you in and want to help you. So that's what was awesome for me. So now that I've taken up enough time, I'm going to throw it back to you, Eric, and I'm going to ask, what is your favorite bourbon at this moment, and which distillery do you like best and why?
Ooh, that's a good on-the-spot question. All right, so at the moment, I think it's my most recent. Okay, maybe two at the moment. A couple of the most recent ones I've had, but they're not my favorite distillery. So I've got one here, the Frey Ranch. I did that one recently, the Uncut. I really like. I was able to have a virtual tour and a tasting. I talked about that in a video, and I didn't like the bourbon, just the regular straight bourbon, but I loved the Uncut, and I really liked the rye. And we don't have that in Alabama, so I was able to find it in Georgia and pick it up, and finally cracked it open. And I get a little bit of the clove or the something out of there, and so I'm liking that. Mine's like 121 proof. I'm digging that one. And then one of the other ones I did recently,
I'm grabbing a bottle.
The RD1 Maple. That one, they hooked me in the store. They're like, here, try these. So I tried all four of their the bourbons. And they worked me up through the Amburana and the Maple. And Maple, like, I'm walking around the store and I taste like I just ate pancakes, man. Like, and I'm like, I've never had that like with a bourbon. So that kind of floored me. So those two right now, I think, are my two favorites. But my favorite distillery, I think, is Four Roses, because I have not had a Four Roses, anything in their lineup that I have not enjoyed. Can't say that for some of the others that I have, but and I think they were also kind of my gateway. So I think that's why they kind of hold something for me, because I was a Jack Daniel's drinker. That was all I drank. I started with Old Number 7. Somebody turned me on to Gentleman Jack, and that was it. I didn't try anything else ever. And then a friend was like, here, try this. And I think it was just the small batch. And so I had that, and he's like, it's smooth, believe me, let's just shoot it. And I'm like, no, man, I don't shoot whiskey. I get that burn. No, this doesn't burn. And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And so then, we shoot it, and I'm like, there's no burn. So, okay, let me. So Four Roses kind of started me on this journey. So I think I kind of hold a kind of a special place for them, above some of the others, and yeah. So I think that's it for right now. Yeah.
See, that's funny, because I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it, and I'll say it again next week, and I'll say it again next year. I cannot stand Jack Daniel's number 7. But I can't stand Maker's Mark shelf offering either, just the 90 proofer or 94 proofer.
Yeah.
But now, if you get me into the Jack Daniel's special offerings, like the barrel proofs, the new line they come out with, that stuff is delicious. I will not even look at number 7. I think it's because I threw up on it too much when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do do with anything with Coke. You can't beat Jack and Coke with
That's
the
right.
ultimate seller.
Jack and Coke is the way to go. I mean,
And that's where I started. That was the easiest thing. When you go to a bar, club, whatever, just give me a Jack and Coke.
yep.
And that was it. You can't
So-
go wrong.
We heard last night on Whiskey Wisdom that foolproof. Jesus Christ. Green River is coming out with another offering. It's called 1885, and it's going to be a really low price point. Like it's gonna battle with, I think they were saying Benchmark, and it's going to be like $20 for a liter.
Wow.
For a liter.
Wow.
So I'm kind of excited about that because I am all about the bottom shelf, and as DeLand knows, my favorite low shelfer right now. It's not my favorite. It just kind of holds a place in my heart. But Rich and Rare Reserve. But no, I like the Benchmark line. All of it, foolproof, single barrel. I like all of them. $20. I think it is a fantastic price point and fantastic bourbon.
Yeah.
May I have an opportunity to give Eric a little advice?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Eric, has anybody kind of showed you how to to smell and taste and stuff like that? I mean, I've got I just poured 140 proof, which is, that's pretty hot. But, you want to bring it up to your nose and keep your mouth open and so you can breathe out, so you don't just burn your nose out. Do both sides.
Okay.
You'll probably have one side to where you'll have a little more smell. Of course, I have the handicap with my smell, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
And then when you taste, small sips, as you said, but blow out. If you like something hot, blow the heat out. Blow them fumes out. Got to get rid of a lot of heat off your palate. And then, of course, the Kentucky Chew. You know what the Kentucky Chew is, where you kind of chew on it?
And I do not.
Well, I can tell you, if you do the Kentucky Chew, a lot of times I'm finding out, and of course it could be my COVID taste buds, but you get a lot stronger flavors, or maybe a lot stronger burn and everything. But it will bring out more flavors a lot of times. So
And
you take a sip.
And what is that 140 that you poured, by the way?
It's a blend I made. It come out of a 3-liter oak barrel.
Oh, nice.
That I kind of some. It actually started out basically the main thing that I put in was Evan Williams Bottled Bond, and it's been in there aging for a while now, and it's I don't have any problems with it. It's pretty tasty.
And when you're smelling the bourbon, it helps sometimes too to open your mouth.
Okay.
Open your
that's
mouth.
what I said. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So getting back to Green River, I would argue hands down, for the price point, they are one of the best budget bourbons around the $35 mark out there now. And they still try to keep most of their offerings reasonable, where they don't get like their barrel proofs, I think, are only like $10 or $15 more than their standard offering, which isn't bad for what they're giving you. So I think Green River is one of the best budgets out there right now.
Mr. Mom, don't listen to Steve Scone. He's just mad because he picked Rich and Rare Reserve over a bunch of other really low proof stuff, and he just doesn't want to admit that it's not terrible. Look, for $10 freaking dollars for a 750, $10 to $12. I mean, it's worth it. It is. Is it the greatest? Hell no. But it is.
Rusty, pardon my interruption. I have a friend just rolled up. I'm gonna have to drop out just for a minute, but I'll be back.
All right, man. Yeah, we'll keep you backstage. You ain't got to go nowhere. We can just put you in backstage.
You talked about a cheap one. One that's cheap that I tend to like a little bit. My mom had it around, and I was, tasting it, and I hadn't had it before. Is the Ancient Age? Like, to me, that's not terrible for a really low price point.
I have not.
Now, I haven't had the larger, whatever the it's not the ancient age or whatever the other one is. I haven't had that one, but just the regular glass bottle. I've had that one. Or
Yeah,
maybe
I have yet to try Ancient Age, and I'm intrigued with Ancient Age just because it's something that is it discontinued? I mean, are they still making it?
It's either that one or there's one of those that is discontinued. I can't remember which it is.
So, Eric and Rusty, what's in your glass tonight? What are you drinking right now? That goes the same for the in the chat. What's everybody drinking tonight?
Yeah, mine's the Frey Ranch Uncut. That's what I've got.
Okay. Now, what proof is that? Frey Ranch.
That one's 121. I think they go from 120 to 130. I think that's where they typically fall with that one. The farm strength is what they call it, but it's basically their regular bourbon uncut is basically what it is.
I can't. Steve Scone is the Jim Beam Black 7-year. I hear so many good things about it, and I haven't picked it up yet. But I am definitely wanting to try it for sure.
Now, when it comes to the tasting notes and everything, have you tried or do you know? Like you just went right to the Frey Ranch, which is 120-ish proof, right? So if you start off with a lower proof and work your way up, you're not going to burn your palate out as much as going to a higher proof right off the bat. So start off like tonight. I'll be honest. I've started off with Wild Turkey 101.
Solid.
It's
Very
a
solid.
$25 bottle that everybody should have on their shelf. But then I'm going to go up to Old Forester 1920, which is 115 proof.
Great pour also.
And then eventually I'm going to work my way up to the Old Forester single barrel proof rye, which is 130 proof. So rather than smashing 130 proof right off the bat, I'm kind of working my way up to it. And through each step, you can get different notes rather than just blasting your palate right away. Maybe try that. That might help you out a little bit.
I gotta have some water.
How's the Old Forester rye?
So I have not cracked that one yet. I am going to be cracking that one tonight, but I'm gonna try and take it a little slow. I'm drinking some Kool-Aid and just sipping slow because last night I sipped slow way too many bottles. So yeah.
You know, I'm with you on the Old Forester though. Like I've had the 101 and I've had the 1920, and I like both of those. So I totally get you on the Old Forester. Yeah.
So all of the whiskey row series, you know what the whiskey row series is, right? The 1910, 1920, all those. Yes. Those are all solid, and even Old Forester's bottom shelfers, the 100, the 100 rye, all those are all solid too.
I really like the 100. Yeah, I've had that a couple times, and I really like that. I have not had the 1924 though, and I've heard mixed reviews on it, so I wasn't not totally sure on that one. I mean, I definitely would give it a shot because I like what I've had so far.
Yeah, and I have not had the 1924 yet, or the single barrel proof, but by chance today I got lucky. Went into a store. I was looking for something different. And I've got quite a few things behind me and in the cabinet. And I was just looking for something different because I'm tired of drinking the same old stuff. And I saw the single barrel proof rye on the shelf for what I think is MSRP, right around $85.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yes.
And it was the last bottle. So I'm like, you know what? I've never had one of those, so I'm going to grab it. So I did. So that's why I'm going to crack it a little bit later.
We had to stand in line for allocation day for that one. I missed out on that one. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, okay, back to your channel. Back to you, because this is really about you for a while tonight until we get into everything else, or until you get scared and want to leave. It was a joke.
Nah, not yet. No.
So little known fact, Eric doesn't live all that far from me. This might be where he gets scared. He doesn't live all that far from me. So we have got to get together and do a collab, do a tasting.
I mean, I can get on a roof with you. I mean, I'm not too afraid of heights if we want to get on a roof or, some, random place.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can do another slope roof video.
I mean, I need to clean my gutters out. Maybe we can do a combo. We'll get up there, clean my gutters out, do some.
There you go. There you
go. So Eric, let me tell you something. Be careful.
Okay.
And be afraid.
Okay.
Hey. No.
Hey. My story. Let me tell it. So one day I'm talking to Rusty, and I live in Michigan. So Rusty has never been to my house. Well, in a chat one day, Rusty starts telling me what's in my backyard, what's in my front yard, what's parked in front of my house, what's in my driveway. And I'm like, this is fucking creepy. All right. So I mailed him some samples, and he Googled Earth my address, and he basically told me what underwear I was wearing that day. So be careful. Be careful what you ask for.
Okay. Gotcha.
Especially if you're that close. He'll just drive right up to your house.
Yeah, right? I mean, I'll just knock on the door. What's up?
Come home from work. He's sitting on the front porch like, hey, dude, ready?
All right. So, Rusty, do me a favor. Yep. You guys take over for a second. My wife just texted me, and of course, I'm on my phone.
Right.
And she's traveling out of state by herself. So I need to check and see what she needs.
Do what you got to do. All right. One part of the story, of my story that I had left out was the wife and I. So I was diagnosed with diabetes 10 years ago, and at the time I was drinking beer, and the wife and I were messing around with making wine, and we had made a couple of home bottles. Freaking loved it. Dessert wines, basically. They were really, really sweet, but man, it was good. And then I was diagnosed with diabetes, and so you got to give all that. You got to give beer and wine up. So all I had left was alcohol. I did research, and it's like, your blood sugar doesn't go up if you're drinking straight liquor. If you add any sort of mixer that has sugar in it, of course that'll raise your blood sugar. Or if it's back sweetened like that maple that you really liked, well, that's back sweetened, with maple syrup and stuff. So I can't drink that. But no, yeah, you actually run the danger of your blood sugar dropping too low when you're drinking straight liquor. So kind of have to keep. Welcome to the Rich and Rare Hour. Yes, Mr. Mom. So anyway, so that kind of played a role in me switching over to drinking in my mixed drinks. I started with mixed drinks as well, but I always used Diet Coke or Coke Zero or whatever. So, yep. And Timmy the Pilot says he's so close to DeLand, he can throw rocks at him.
He evidently he is very close. And the other day I felt something hit my head, and I swore it was from Timothy. So it very well could have been.
Yeah, it probably was.
Either that or a bird dive bombing me, one of the two. But yeah, that scares me how close he is. So he will never get samples because he won't have my address. I walk around the house naked way too often for him just to be popping up in here. You guys are tough. All right. So where would you like to see your channel go? Are you looking to want to hit 1,000 subscribers? Are you just, having fun with this? What is it that you want to achieve, with your channel?
I think I would because I'm learning as I go. So I'm improving. I'm trying to improve as I go. So, I can see from the, I just got a new mic. I tried on the last video, I tried a lapel mic, and now I've got a desk mic. I'm trying something to improve the sound, and I'm trying to learn better production values and things like that. Like I don't edit I only edit like the ends. I don't really edit anything in the middle. So I'm not really chopping anything up. I'm not doing anything fantastic with it, but I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more. I won't lie. Like when I post something, like I look to see if I get more views, I look at it like, probably daily, every couple of days, something like that, and the only things that I've gotten really good views on were the shorts that I did, but I can't figure out a good way to take the long form that I do, because I know a lot of people don't really want to watch a 20-minute video. So I can't find a good way to take that and shorten it down to a short, to post on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. But I would like to. I don't want to get rich and famous. I'm not looking to quit my day job. I'm not looking for anything like that. But I'd like to get some more eyeballs on it, to at least go, okay, yeah, all right, I feel you, dude. I've got a trash palate too, at least to know that I'm not alone in the world out here with a garbage palate. But I would love to grow it and figure out how to do that. But I'm not looking to be Bruzel or nothing like that, or the SLB guys, nothing like that. Just better than where I'm at.
Yeah. So there's a few channels. I mean, obviously Rusty's and mine. Baker Drinks, who comes on after us at 9:00. I tell everybody at 9:00, if you want to leave this stream and go to Baker Drinks, I don't blame you. They're way better than I am. We are. So at 9:00, if you want to go to Baker Drinks, head on over to Baker Drinks.
Yeah, that's 8:00 in the real time, Eric. Yeah. Real time, 8:00. He's talking that other time zone, that
the better time zone.
Central time. It's central to everything. So
no, it's Eastern time. Get it right. If you're gonna dog my time, then at least give me the right time. Jesus Christ, you're annoying me. Anyways.
Central is the best.
All right. Anyways, I recommend checking out other channels and just see what they're doing. Maybe not copy them, but
I definitely don't want to do that. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I'm copying. What are you talking about? I'm copying.
So one thing that I do.
Sorry.
One thing that I do that I think kind of helps is, and it saves time. I haven't done a video in probably 3 weeks just because my life has been really crazy lately. And it's been hard enough doing lives, let alone sitting down and focusing on a video. But when I do a video, I will do a short at the same time for that video, because your shorts seem to always get more views.
Yeah.
And your shorts will drive people to your videos. So what I do is when I do the video, as soon as I'm done with the video, before I even go into editing, I will do a quick 60-second short about that, mention that there's a review coming up. Then I edit the video, post the short, and then link that video to the short. So when people watch the short, they can click the short to take you to the video. And then that video, I will have another video linked to that video. So you get 3 opportunities to get different views. And hopefully the more views you get, the more subs you get. And also, right or wrong, I try to keep my videos 7 to 8 minutes tops, because I don't have the attention span to sit through like a 30 or 40 minute review video. I'm going right to the end, seeing what you've got to say.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, any video. So I try to stay right around that 10-minute or under with the videos.
Peter White says he thinks the Bakers are on at 10 Eastern tonight, and Dave says, yeah, because it shows 9 p.m. Central on his.
Well, they're going late then.
Going an hour later? Huh.
So there's 2 things. Like, one, I don't watch a lot of other people's stuff, not religiously, because I kind of just want to, I'm afraid of copying somebody else's stuff. I don't want somebody to come on and go, oh yeah, so-and-so did that. It's like, I'm not really, and I understand imitation's the greatest form of flattery, that kind of thing. But, I kind of have that fear of not wanting to copy anyone's thing, and if I have, I don't know that I have, and I apologize ahead of time. But I do like the way you approach shorts from the way you're talking about it. It's more of because I was struggling with it because I was thinking, how do I take my 20-minute video and like, cut it down to 1 minute, like, a Cliff's Notes version. But it sounds like yours is more of kind of an advertisement for your video. So it's like, hey, check out my video, whatever, and then go to the 7-8 minute version.
Yeah,
like
and it's more of a yes. It's a really quick. Hey, just letting you guys know. Picked up this Old Forester single barrel select. So far, this review coming up shortly. Link the review to that short. And that's not what I would do for the short, but I'm just saying, really quick, 60 seconds, and then link the actual review to the short. Generally, you're going to get views off of that short if it's something interesting, like the Old Forester rye, because most people either haven't had it or they love it and they want to see. Yeah. As far as copying people, let me tell you what. Don't stress over that because it's bourbon. You're going to come up with the same notes just about everybody else comes up with. So unless you're word for word copying a skit someone did, just about every bourbon review to some point, at some point, is going to be roughly the same. You're going to give the same tasting notes once you get better, or maybe you can change them up a little bit. That part I wouldn't worry about. So just do you.
Yeah, and that's what I've tried to do. And I think what I struggled with was trying to figure out a format for a short. I was like, okay, I need to cut it down to just the meat, but maybe I need to think about it differently and approach it differently. It doesn't need to be a shortened version of every single thing that was in my video. It just needs to be something that would attract somebody to go watch the other video. I think that's a good way to approach that, considering something like a minute.
Literally, I take my phone, I go to YouTube, hit the create short button, give about a 60-second, brief synopsis of what I've got, and then, let them know, hey, like, subscribe, check out the review. The review is linked to the short, and then, that's it.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's a lot less stressful to me, like, hey, check, I think I can come up with that. I think I can figure that out amazingly.
Yeah.
So.
And you do it at the same time. You do the video. Once you're happy with the video, then you just do a quick short, post them both, and link them, and you're good. Then I used to stress like that too. How am I going to do this video? And then, chop it down or do this, do that. And finally, I just, out of laziness, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the short at the same time I do the video, post them both at the same time, and see what happens. So, and it's worked out so far. Now, other channels may have other advice, other ideas on what works better. But for me and the time that I have, that is just what works.
I mean, I think it makes sense, man. So I kind of that's an idea I'll steal. So I'll definitely steal that idea because I like that idea.
How do you feel about blinds? Have you done any blinds?
No, I really want to, for sure.
We gotta do it. We gotta do something. We'll
I've thought about doing a rye video. I've thought about doing some blinds, or like take some of the some of the things that I've reviewed because I'm at about 10 now. Take some of those and kind of, okay, let's do a blind of a few of the ones that I've already done. See if I can pick them out, some of the things that I've done. Maybe throw in a new one, something like that, just to see if I can, pick it out. It's a little hard to do that by yourself. I was thinking, okay, I can put it in some Glens and label them and maybe see if I could play, the cup game or something and switch them around. Well, that's probably the best I could do with it.
One thing that I've seen is, those, the spinning, the Tiffany, or what do they call Tiffany things where you used to see them on tables and stuff, little round thing, and it would spin. Huh?
Like a Lazy Susan or something?
That's it. A Lazy Susan.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Put 3, if you're going to do 3, put 3 of them on there and then close your eyes and just spin it.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
So
I think Myron, lazy. Myron from the Bourbon Drop. I think that's what he does.
Okay, all right.
So, and to go with the blinds, it's actually funny, and I just looked because I wanted to give you the correct information. So, other than the Larceny B524 and the Elijah Craig B524, which those are the two videos that I've posted that have the most views on the channel. The next one that has the most views, looking quickly, is a simple, well, besides Rebecca Creek, is a simple store pick blind. So what I did was I bought a store pick of Elijah Craig's standard offering from two different stores. And then I bought the shelfer Elijah Craig. And the point I wanted to get to was, are store picks better? Now, maybe it was a little bit off because I had two store picks against the standard offering. But if the standard offering was that good, then the standard offering should beat the two store picks.
Yeah.
And what I came up with in that video was not only were the two store picks better, but there is definitely a better store pick between the two store picks.
Oh.
Now, that one has just about the most views off of I'll call it a normal video, because it was just a standard offering. And everybody in the world has done an Elijah Craig, review. But the blinds do seem to grab more attention. And I would like to have time to do more of them. I just haven't, but it's something that I'm looking at in the future also.
I was going to do a rye video, and I was just going to do like 4 ryes, but it might be more fun to do a blind with those 4 ryes now that we're all talking about this. And it's funny you said that about a store pick. I picked up 2 things today, and I picked up one basic offering, and I picked up a store pick at another store. And the reason I did that, I don't normally do that, but I did that with the intention of, I was like, you know what? Let me see if the store pick is going to be better. It's a higher proof. It's a little, it's more of a, it's a barrel pick. So, I'll see if it's different. And I haven't had either before ever. So, so I can go into it completely blind. This is my, my thoughts on this one, the 93 proof, and this is my thoughts on this one, the 110 proof store pick or whatever. So, cool. Pretty interesting. But yeah, that's cool. It's good that you said that. Okay. So I've got those same ideas.
Awesome. All right, Rusty, what do you got?
I got nothing.
You got nothing. You've always got something.
No, you caught me off guard. I was trying to figure out when Baker's was coming on, and yeah, it looks like 9 o'clock Central, so they're going late.
Wow. All right. Well, I probably won't make it on that. So awesome. So what other products do you like to drink, or have you had, or what other products are you looking to try?
I would lie if I didn't say that I'm a Buffalo Trace fan as well, of a lot of their products. That was one of the things, when at least for me, when I first started, chasing a lot of these, I was chasing a lot of the Buffalo Trace products, been to the distillery twice, done all the tours, that kind of stuff, and love it. Like I love the tour. I love the history. I love, a lot of their stuff. Chase the Blantons, of course, collecting all the letters and all that kind of stuff. I do appreciate their stuff. I'm trying to think of, I wish I would have thought a little harder about this coming into this. There's plenty of things that I see that I have not tried because I'm, relatively still new into this. Let me think of some right off the top of my head. Oh man. Let me think. Dead air, I know, is never good, but
no, you're good. Go ahead. We like watching you squirm too. That's good.
Yeah, I'm definitely squirming, right?
Yeah, being really uncomfortable on the screen is great because everybody can watch you and they're like, watch them squirm.
They're feeling it, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some of the things that I did that I haven't. Oh, okay. So an Alabama one that I have a few bottles of that I haven't cracked open yet is the Detling. I have a few of those. I'm really looking forward to cracking into those because it's a craft brewery. It's a or distillery. Sorry, it's a smaller distillery. It's not they don't make a lot of it. So I'm kind of interested to see their take on it. And I've grabbed a few bottles of those. I just haven't opened them yet. That's something I'm looking forward to. I've never tried some of the like super expensive stuff. Like I've never had I don't even know if like the Pappy or any of that stuff. Is there really a difference in any of those? Never. When I was first started getting into this, like thinking of getting a shot of Blanton's Gold somewhere was, like, oh no, that was like something that, my friend and I would be in a bar and like, oh, they charge $25 for that shot, and, that kind of crap. But now I've got a bottle on my shelf, and it's one of those things where it's not I haven't opened it yet, but it's not as special. But, exactly. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the FOMO is real, or was real. It's not so much anymore, but
It is. So here's something that I'm gonna say, and I think almost everybody in chat and Rusty will agree with me. I am not a big allocated chaser. Okay. I've had Blanton's before. I was lucky enough to get it at MSRP. I will never pay more than $65 for Blanton's. All right.
Nope.
Never.
No.
I don't care if it's 100. I don't care about Blanton's enough to pay more than $65 for it.
I'm right there with you.
There are, in my opinion, and I'm just some guy in Michigan on YouTube who thinks he knows something. There are so many fantastic bourbons out there for under 100, under 150, which I feel is a reasonable price. That to spend $3 or $4 or $5 or $6 or $700 on a bottle, for me, in my life, I've heard it before on a few different channels, and there's a diminishing return. If you have $700, $1,000 extra dollars to blow on a bottle, spend your money how you want to spend it. For me, I try to stay very rarely, except for, I'll say, the Garrison Brothers. And I think that's probably the most expensive bottle I have, period, or have had. I try to stay under $150, $200, and that's like the price. If the bottle is $150 and that's not marked up, and I like it, I'm going to buy it. But I'm not going to spend $300, $400, $500, $600, $1,000 for a bottle I've never had. That most people on YouTube will tell you it's not worth $1,000. It's not worth $2,000 when you can get X, Y, and Z bottles for less than 100 that are just as good. So if there's any advice, FOMO sucks and don't fall for it.
No, I'm right there with you, and I'm the same. And I think I kind of learned that early. I was fortunate enough, like early on, I got in the annual allocated drop that we have here in the state, and which is in December. And I was able to pick up, like a Stag, and I got a, Blanton's Gold and Straight from the Barrel and those kind of things for MSRP. I will never pay more than MSRP for anything. So seeing a regular Blanton's $65 bottle for $300 turns my stomach. I can't even make myself buy an E.H. Taylor for $100 when I know I can get it for $50, something like that. What I like now is being able to, not chasing and not having that FOMO, is being able to walk into a store and see a stack of Eagle Rare on the floor and go, no, I can pass on that. I know I'm good with that. I don't feel like I have to grab that bottle of Eagle Rare, even though it's a good price. It's $44. It's a decent
it's a great price.
Yeah, that's a great price for that, considering. But, I'm good with that. But I still, I'm right there with you on that. I won't. I'm right there. $150, $200. That's about it for me. And, I've seen some of the Weller, and I know what those are MSRP, but I've seen $300, $400, $500 for some of those. And I'm like, I'll never taste one because I'm not paying that for one.
Yep.
I just can't do it.
I've seen the Weller Special Reserve on most days in my area. The green label, the $25 one, for $75-$100. It's $25. It's $25, and they want $100 for it. I will never taste it because I'm not going to pay it. And it's just one thing that I will add to this, and this is something that I want to say I believe I heard or talked about on Baker Drinks. There comes a point in time, and I'm going to give Baker Drinks 100% credit for this because I believe I heard it there. It made sense when I heard it there, and it really changed my outlook on buying. I will always have Wild Turkey 101. It's a great daily sipper. Green River, $35. It's a great daily sipper. But where a lot of people go wrong is they slam so much cash into the middle tier to bottom tier and end up with all these bottles they're never going to drink. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with spending a little bit more money for the quality as long as the price is right. If that wasn't at MSRP, all right, let's say if that was $10 or $15 above MSRP, yeah, I would have purchased it because I've never had it.
Yeah.
But lucky I got it at MSRP.
Yeah.
But their point was, spend that extra $10 or $15, maybe, you're in the $50 range right now. But if you take that up to the $75 range, you're going to open your world up to so many different offerings that are so much better, and that's kind of something I was looking at when they said that. I'm like, you're right, because why have, you're going to have your $20 and $30 bottles because you love those are good bottles. Nothing wrong with that. But instead of having 10 $30 bottles, maybe have 5 and then spend that extra money on a quality bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of learned that for myself too, going and I think it kind of spoils you to know what MSRP is on a lot of these things, like going to the Buffalo Trace distillery and knowing that you can walk in and buy these things for, $30, $40, $50, and I'm like, I'm not going to go into a store, close to me and spend $100 on this. Just can't do it because I know it's $50. I'll just wait, and I think it takes a little while when I was in that FOMO and that, chasing certain things, but now I'm, finding that there's, and it's the same thing. Like when I started, I'm finding that there's other things out there, better things out there that are cheaper or maybe just as expensive or inexpensive or whatever as, some of the other things that I was going for.
Just as good for 200 less.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I love reading those articles that are like, hey, here's a budget version of Pappy. If you want Pappy, try this instead. It's just, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
I'll be honest. I have not owned a 1920 in months not because it's expensive, not because I don't like it, not because it's horrible, because there's just so much other stuff out there that I want to try or I like. But one day I was like, you know what? Let me get that 1920 because I haven't had it for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And $65, $70 for 115 proof. It's an Old Forester, one of the best products they put out. And it's religiously still in that affordable category to where it can still compete with some of the big bangers at the same proof point, hundreds of dollars more, and probably beats it. So that's where I'm at. It's like if I can spend $65, $70 on quality, consistent quality, then why spend $200?
Yeah.
All right. So I got this seems interesting here. Natterjack is releasing what is called Natterjack the Mistake blended Irish whiskey. And so the story is when its undisclosed supplier left 46 barrels for double their agreed finishing period, Natterjack Irish Whiskey decided to release it as a limited edition whiskey. Natterjack the Mistake is a 5-year-old triple distilled blend comprising 80% grain, 20% malt whiskey that initially aged in used bourbon barrels for 3.5 years before being finished for 2 years in number 4 charred virgin American oak cask.
I'll be right back.
That sounds interesting. I had their cask strength. Let's see. ABV is going to be what 92. It's going to be 92 proof. That just sounds interesting. Have you even heard of Natterjack?
Only when you talked about it. So no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So somebody, and I'm sorry, I forgot who. I know Gandhi and dang it. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with remembering shit. 2 people have sent it to me, I think. But I like it. I like the cask strength. I don't know if I'd like the low proof stuff. I don't know, but
you get a different flavor with Irish whiskey.
You do. You kind of. It does have a different little funk to it, and that's the only way I can explain it. It's. But I mean, I don't know, but this sounds. That sounds interesting.
I do have a Scotch that I'm gonna crack open one day. I just have to find the time because I know that it's gonna be an experience when I do.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like you can go to shop.natterjack.com and get the Mistake for $69.99.
Okay.
Let's see. It says the nose is a burst of hickory barbecue, toasted walnut, followed up by cinnamon, seared orange zest. I don't know. Maybe. Vanilla bean on the palate. Ooh, a burst of anise licorice. No, I don't. I cannot stand that. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. I have not had the Maker Mark 46 cask, and I really want to try that.
Well, I haven't, so.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had a tickle in my throat and I couldn't stop coughing. So I stepped out of the room real quick. Timmy had a good question. I had it pinned for a second. Do you know if there's any bourbon clubs in your area that you can join, or look into where you can be like meet monthly or something and, just talk about bourbon and learn that way?
In our area, I don't think that there are. Like I'm a member of one Facebook group, and we're trying to do a bottle share, but the problem we're running into is finding a location where we can do it. That's not terribly expensive to rent. We were trying to find some place that was free, really, but that was one thing that we were trying to do in this area. But I don't know. I don't know of any that meet monthly. I know some that try to meet up and do bottle shares here and there. There's one, I think, in South Alabama that recently met up and did a bottle share, but I don't know of any that meet monthly. I think that would be pretty cool to, meet once a month and just kind of, sit around and BS about bourbon and, maybe do a bottle share or something, or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Mom wants to know what scotches you have. I guess DeLand.
What scotches I have?
Yeah.
Right now, none. I don't believe. Let me check.
I picked up the only from reading about it. I picked up the the Offerman edition of Lagavulin. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but I picked that one up. Just reading about it, the one that was finished in rum casks. So I'm kind of interested in that.
Right.
So, Mr. Mom, at the moment, I have 0 scotch. I am out of scotch. I've had a few. I am not a scotch. I'm a scotch person, but I'm not knowledgeable on scotch, like say Sugar Kitty or a lot of people are. I do like scotch, love scotch, but right now I'm out. I've pretty much sampled all of my scotch out. And yes, Peter White, I love peated scotch, and I like peated whiskey.
So I hear scotch has a different flavor, like it is kind of peaty or mossy or something like that.
Some are not at all.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. Sugar Kitty he kind of did a little schooling type thing on somebody's channel and just talked about all the different areas and where it's at, in Scotland and what this place does it this way, and then it was really freaking interesting. I just love the whole idea of scotch, but some of it I just cannot drink, and some of it I love. I mean, it's just so different. It's good.
What I do believe I remember right is most of your single malts are not peated, but I believe there are peated single malts. But what I suggest is maybe getting into some single malts first and work your way up the peat, because it's kind of like if you've never drank bourbon before and you go right to the hazmat, you're going to hate it. So if you go right to the heavily peated Ardbegs, Lagavulin, Lefroy, you might not like that taste. But single malts, I love single malts, and peated scotches for me, I love, but they're normally an end of the night pour because they're going to ruin your taste buds for everything else.
Okay. Now, what about the? I've seen a lot of malted bourbon lately. When I've been going through stores, or single malt bourbons. Like, have you guys tried any of those? And how is? I've been seeing a few here and there.
All right. Well, I don't think bourbon. I don't think single malts can be called bourbon. I might be wrong, but I think it's either going to be a single malt,
maybe a whiskey,
or a bourbon. Maybe, yeah. I think it's a single malt. I don't know. Is it?
Or is there a malted whiskey? Like I've seen.
Yeah, single malt whiskey. I'm sure we have several experts in the chat over here that know all about it. I'm still learning. I just like to drink it.
So I have a new riff. I have a new riff malted rye, which I love. It's delicious. I have a Balcones single malt, which is, for me, I really like, but it's a Texas whiskey, it's single malt, and it's Balcones. It's 3 strikes that most people don't like. Balcones is something that you're either going to love or you're going to hate. I personally like it, and a lot of people do. And a lot of your bourbons do have malt or malted barley in them. Yeah. They're just low enough to where they can't call them a malted bourbon. But what I find is a lot of the bourbons that have malt in it, I get a lot of chocolatey coffee notes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's for my palate, my taste buds. I can normally pick out if something has some type of malt in it, because I normally get a chocolate or coffee or something in that realm of a tasting note. Mr. Mom, it is not the lineage. I have not had the Balcones lineage. I would love to try it, but I have not found it in my area. What I find is Balcones in Michigan, unless you find a store that just hits it, they don't carry a lot of Balcones, or they just have their basic offerings. Balcones has the peated, that I've had samples of. I would love to get my hands on. I would love to get my hands on the lineage, because I think they have, they're really good offerings, but I've never been able to purchase one. So no, I have not had it. And yeah, Stephen Scone, if you're talking the Chattanooga whiskey, that is a high malt, and I personally like the 111 proof. I haven't had the lower 95 proof, but the Chattanooga whiskey, it's the 111 proof. I really like that.
I've wondered about that one. I've seen that on a lot of shelves locally, but I have not tried that myself.
So I haven't tried, like I said, I haven't tried the 90 or 95 proofer. I tend to go for the higher proofs. And for the few dollars more, I don't think there's a big price difference between the two. I've just went with the 111. And that's another one that has really good offerings everywhere else but Michigan. We either get the 90 proofer or the 111. That seems to be about everything that I've found here.
So have you seen those maps where it has like the best bourbon, in your state? What is it for Michigan? For here, I think ours is Detling, is what I saw on one of the maps that I saw. Do you know what it is for Michigan, or what your opinion would be for a Michigan-based bourbon?
So I've never seen a map like that for Michigan, because we're not. What is your state called? Well, state controlled.
Oh yeah, ABC controlled. Yeah.
So I think that's different because you guys have a map of what's everywhere. It just whatever drops. There might be something in this store that 2 more stores never gets, or there might be something in all the stores, but then this one store doesn't get. It's completely different.
Oh no, it was no. I'm sorry, I didn't really phrase that correctly. I'm sorry. No, like bourbon that's produced in that state. Like Frey Ranch is done in Nevada, Delling's done in Alabama. Whatever, like the best bourbon that's actually produced in that state or whatever. That I'm sorry, I didn't really phrase that correctly.
No, but now you're putting
one that's like a Michigan made bourbon that's good.
And now you're putting me on the spot to try to remember all of them. Maybe
a top 3.
So there's Traverse City Whiskey, which Traverse City Whiskey, their standard offerings, like their bourbon, their rye, their barrel proofs, those are all great. Now they also do flavored whiskey, like Traverse City Cherry. They're more mixers or more in tune for the ladies' palate, because they're a lower proof and there's flavoring added. But Traverse City Whiskey is really good. I like their barrel proofs. There's a Detroit City Distillery. They generally hang out right in the 100 proof or between 80 and 100. Haven't really seen much come out over 100 for them, but they're really good. And they do some special offerings. One thing I like about them is there's a foundation here in Detroit that's called Bees in the D. I'm really big on saving the bees, and I hate pesticides, and I believe our bees are getting killed off, but I'm not going to go on that rant right now. But what they do is they take their 100 proof bourbon and they age it in honey barrels to make a honey bourbon that's all Michigan locally made. So I like them for that. They've got good stuff. Dragon's Milk Origins and Dragon's Milk Bonded are 2 phenomenal pours from New Holland Distilling Company. They also do ales, so they're really good. I haven't been able to get any of their special offerings because generally they are 500 to 600 bottles, but they're divided throughout the state at different tasting rooms. So only so many bottles make it to each place. And for me to drive completely to the other side of Michigan to try to get a bottle, it's just not worth the effort. It probably would be. I just won't put that effort in.
Yeah.
So those are the three off the top of my head that I can think of. Dragon's Milk, definitely, if you ever see that, whether it's the standard shelfer or the bonded, you can't miss it. It's got dragon scales on the bottle. It's a really cool looking bottle. And it is one of those that they say if the bottle's cool, the whiskey or bourbon probably sucks. But in this case, it's good and the bottle's cool. So, yep.
Pretty cool.
And Steven, yes, Dragon's Milk beer. They do a beer barrel bourbon. New Holland does, and they have a bunch of different ales. I have some up north. I like their blonde, and trying to remember what the other one was. One's an ale, and one's I forgot the name of it. It's really good. Really good. I hate when I'm on the spot and I can't think of the answer that I want to say. So, yeah. So what about you? Are there any distilleries in your area that you really like?
You know, I think one that I like a lot, but I think they don't currently make it here, but if they are going to start making it here, is the Clyde Mays. That's one that I've talked about a good bit. They're building warehouses and a distillery in Troy, Alabama, and it's Conica Ridge owns it, and so they produce it currently, but they're going to start producing it in the state again. So that's one that I like a lot. And I've started with just the regular Alabama whiskey, and I like it. But they have a couple other offerings, rye and bourbon, and I have a 9-year Alabama whiskey that I picked up, and I'm waiting to crack that open. But most, I think, is around 4 years. A lot I think of in this area are mostly, we're able to age it somewhere in that 4-year range, 4 to 6 year range, so we don't have a lot of like really long age things here based on climate. But there's another distillery that I picked up one from, and I liked it, and I'm not going to name them here, but I liked it from first pour, but then when I went back to revisit it, I didn't like it at all. So I don't know. I need to maybe go back a third time and see. And they mostly do. I think they mostly do wine or something like that, but they also do bourbon here and there. But yeah, I second try I didn't like it, so I need to hit it a third time to see if it was worth it or not.
Yeah, don't. There are some that you'll go to the first time and you won't like it, but then if you go back to it a month from now, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
But then vice versa, you might like it when you very first open the bottle, and then go back to it and be like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
So just don't give up on it.
Yeah. I'll hit it again, and if I really don't like it, I might infuse it or do something crazy with it or something. To kind of see if I can bring some different flavors to it. I won't let it die completely.
Yeah, and Steven Scone, he's correct. Clyde Mays has, from what I've had, some really good store picks. I know it sounds funny, but I've got a few good store picks from Total Wine of the Clyde Mays, and a couple good store picks from around here. So Clyde Mays is pretty good. You get a good bottle.
Yeah, I haven't been disappointed with them at all. Like I had somebody recommend them, and I was like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever. I mean, it's very plentiful here, and so I was like, okay, sure, I'll pick it up. And I was like, wow, okay, I really like the Alabama whiskey. I dig that. So that one I keep around just in case. That one's a constant for me. Glad to see you back, Rusty.
Yep. Had a minor animal emergency I had to go take care of. Not emergency, but cats and dogs fighting. It's a freaking zoo over here. Damn it! And I left my vape. Shit.
Come on, Rusty, get with it.
I know.
Speaking of get with it,
you got one job.
We're an hour and a half in, and I haven't even finished my second glass yet. Holy crap! All right, we've got to change this.
Shifting gears.
Shifting gears. All right, here we go.
Oh man, you're breaking out the rye.
Breaking out the rye.
Okay, I'm excited for you.
You know, I think I'm excited too. Had a sample of it, but I've never owned a bottle. So we're going to see. So I went from Wild Turkey 101, Old Forester 1920, you know, clean glass.
Now, is the Wild Turkey 101 and the 1920, are they on the higher rye end? Are you like ramping up your rye as you get to this?
No, I'm just drinking.
Okay. Okay. I know you're ramping up your proof, so I didn't know if you're ramping up the rye.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely just proof orientated tonight. The Wild Turkey 101 it's one that, I mean, you just go to. It's a excellent bottom shelfer.
100% agree.
Yeah, it holds up to just about anything. I mean, it's probably like Jack Daniel's #7, you know, but Wild Turkey 101 is just a classic bourbon. It's inexpensive. It's got great flavors for the price and the proof. It's just one that it's there. It hits all the right buttons. So, all right, let's see. That's a good pop. I don't know if you guys could hear it.
I heard that. Yeah.
Just barely. We could just barely hear it.
Try it 50-50 with some pipe dreams.
I'm drinking this Eagle Rare, and this is just one of those bottles that's just not all that meh. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's not a good one. I remember the bottle before this one was really good, but this one's just.
Not even sure.
Yeah, they're usually kind of sweet.
Did you say it was a store pick, or it's just a standard one?
It's a standard. I've noticed some are just better than others for whatever reason. I guess.
Hey, Rusty.
I agree with everything. Yeah.
The problem is you done got a hold of that string blenders.
Oh yeah, I did. That was my first pour. I had me a little bit. I got to start off light, man. Otherwise, I'll be out in like an hour. You leave me to my own devices. I'm trying to step my.
Did you try the other 2 bottles, those small sample bottles?
No, I haven't tried them yet.
Did one of them say 137 proof?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. How's the nose on that rye?
So the nose on this rye is proof. It's coming out with proof. I'm not getting much off of it, but proof right now. It's the neck pour, so I'm hoping the bottle opens. But right now, I'm just getting the proof.
Mr. Mom's eating dinner and listening in.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of the proof.
Try a little bit of the sap.
Wow, we can see you a lot better, Eric. What happened?
I had to turn the light on, you know. I mean, it's probably better you don't see me, but you know.
Do you have? So, what internet do you have?
Where I am, I have the fiber, AT&T fiber. I did have the Sparklight. That was the only thing that was available for a while.
Okay. Because in the beginning, I don't know. Probably the first hour, your video was like 128K dial up. It was
Wow.
perfect now. It's perfect now, but
you would think with fiber it would be better, but maybe it's one of those things like cable and everything else where everyone else is on it and it drags it down, you know?
Right. What less than 30 bottles have you tried, Trash Palate? See, Steve Scone, I mean, he's right up there. I mean, all three of us, we could freaking get together and do a blind, you know?
Oh man. God. Yeah, you guys are putting me on the spot here.
You didn't think this was going to be easy, did you?
I mean, I thought it was just BS about bourbon, right? All right. So, I mean, some of the Jack stuff, I mean, that's usually not too pricey. God, I'm trying to think.
Evan Williams, bottled and bond.
You know what? I'll be totally honest with you guys. The only Evan Williams I've had is the eggnog, and I love it. So I've not had any Evan Williams. And I know it's a standard, but you know, I was a Jack guy forever. So I felt like I would be cheating on Jack if I did anything else. So,
no.
Well, as long as you cheat on Jack with Diane, you're good. But if you cheat on Jack with John, you might have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking if I'm cheating on Jack with Evan, that's a little weird, right? I mean, you know, I get it, it's 2024, but not my style.
There you
go. So I do want to bring up something though, real quick. The last time I looked, I think you had 8 subscribers, and you, my friend, are up to 16.
What?
Hell yeah!
What world am I living in? All right.
Here we go.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Whoever the heck subscribed, I appreciate that. I can't guarantee you're going to get quality content, but you know, you'll get content.
I mean, they watch my channel, so it's not they're not looking for quality.
Hey, dude, we tuned into your channel just to see where you're going to be next. That's the cool part. Right. You know, like what location are you? I got a couple
ideas. I'm thinking about train tracks, but I got to find the right spot. You know.
Yeah, you need to find one without trains.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I just need to set off. I want to find like in a turn somewhere where I can kind of set off to the side and then catch the train, you know, kind of coming at me and then turning. Yeah, I don't know. I got to find the right spot.
The railroad police will get you.
They will, buddy. It is, you can, it's trespassing. If you're walking down the tracks, they can absolutely arrest you.
Oh, dude, not to get to Alabama here, but there's, I think that downtown Anniston, there's some places you could probably set up, you know, and knock that out. Oh, or even the old fort, like you're in the area, the old fort, there's tracks there. Like, and you wouldn't get a train. If you're really looking for a train, I'm not helping you out much there, but.
Well, no, but just the look of it that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So I don't know on the sub $30. I don't know that I can give you a really excellent answer there. Not a lot. So you know, there's a lot of things that intrigue me. You guys are talking about Green River, and I've seen a lot of offerings from Benchmark that I know are relatively inexpensive. You know, I would love to spend less on a great bottle. So, you know, anything that anybody recommends, I would definitely
Old Barton's.
Okay.
Well,
if you can find the 100 proof, the only thing I've got so far is 90 proof.
Okay.
See, I'm not a fan. I've had the Bartons, I've had the very old Bartons, and I've had the 100 proof, and it just doesn't fit my palate. It just doesn't. But
well, now see, Rusty, I thought you were dropping those oak spirals in a lot of your bourbon. If you get that very old Bartons like that, you drop an oak spiral in there.
Yeah. And
leave it set for a little while, and then maybe use it to blend it up to something. You can do that, but I think it's pretty good, you know, straight up. And there again, I was going to say that earlier. I was just like Rusty saying he don't like it. Don't pay that any attention, because your palate and his palate are not the same palate.
That's right. Everybody's different. But I will tell you this: I ordered it. Today, early this morning when I was. So I have 2 I have Mizunara chips coming, and I have some French oak chips coming for some bottle finishing. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I might get some ideas from people. See what I should put it in there. But I'm definitely thinking some French oak in Rich and Rare Reserve.
Rusty, did I not shoot you a picture of that bag of maple bourbon flavored oak chips?
Uh-huh.
Did I send you a picture of that?
I don't think so.
No, I'm pretty sure that I used that in that bottle I sent you.
Okay.
I'm not pretty sure. I'm 100% sure. Let me step away here. Let me see if I can find that bag.
I'm going to say this. This Old Forester single barrel proof rye is really good. Once you get past the proof, I'm hoping this bugger opens up to be something a lot better, because right now, just off the first pour, it's really good. And if it opens up to be better, holy shit!
Holy crap, Ben's here. Whiskey Uncensored. Cheers, sir.
Nice.
Hope you're doing well.
Hello, Ben. So, Eric, have you had, speaking of like the budget bourbons and stuff, have you had Old Granddad 114? Because I haven't heard you mention that yet.
No, I have not. No, not Old Granddad. That's one that I've seen a lot. Wild Turkey 101, I'm fortunate. Yes, I've tried that one. But Old Granddad 114, no. I see that on a lot of lists of budget bourbons that you need to have stocked on your shelf. I've wondered about that one. That's one I have not tried.
So around here, it's a $30 to $31 bottle for 114 proof. I would recommend trying it, because it is a very, very, very good budget bourbon on the end of it, and it really could probably be a $40 or $50 bottle. But if you get a chance, try that one. It's really good.
Okay.
Let me see if I can't deplete the shelves again like about a month ago. They're going to quit making it.
Well, they're not going to quit making it.
No.
That is
yeah,
a
but
false
you see
story.
what I'm saying? They pretty much emptied the shelves out with that rumor.
Yeah, that was a false rumor that should have never been started, and I know the channel that did it, and he normally puts out some pretty good stuff, but that was just dumb. They're not stopping it. They're not.
I see it everywhere. And that's one, I'll be honest with you, I like it, but not that much. So there you go. My palate not really suited for that particular blend of whiskey, but it's good whiskey.
Oh, man, that'd be awesome, Ben, if you can, buddy. He said, cheers, bloody. Driving like usual. When I get home, if you're still going, maybe I'll come say hi. That would be awesome, cool. Ben.
That would be awesome.
That's some Bourbon Channel royalty right there. Dude, you would not, Eric, you would not believe the freaking collection this dude has. Like, I mean, it's almost on the verge of hoarding. Seriously, he's got it like whiskey just covers the floors. It's all over. It's everywhere. It's freaking everywhere. It's like, how do you walk around? He's probably walking around kicking bottles of, good stuff out of the way. It's like, holy shit.
His floor whiskey is probably a bigger collection than most people have, period.
Yeah.
Just his floor whiskey.
No shit.
I mean, feel better about myself then. Okay, yeah, all right. I need to check that out.
Yeah, and understand what I said. His floor whiskey.
Yeah. And Dave, I mean, he's the same way. We got a sneak peek, and he's got like this vast labyrinth, and he's like walking around, showing, walking, like, holy shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. I guess if you're going to spend your money on something, might as well be bourbon.
Yeah. So I have a question for the audience. How do you like this format? Rusty had a really great idea of trying to find, smaller channels and not just smaller channels, but, maybe some bigger channels too. But trying to bring smaller channels that put out good content to the forefront and kind of help them along, in getting out in front of more people. Next week or the week after that, I have another channel that I'm going to have on that, once again, only has maybe 10 or 15 subscribers, but they're putting out some pretty good videos. Do you guys like this format? Is it interesting? Is it something that you would like to see maybe once a month rather than every other week? What is your guys' feedback on that? Does anybody want to chime in on that? Dave's up to 632 bottles. He's retiring next June.
Wow.
Like he's retiring from work, or he's retiring from buying any more bottles? I hope it's just work, because Peter White says, like a baker's drink light, but sure. Yeah, I did. You know what? I absolutely stole the idea from them. That's what they did. They were bringing in smaller channels and stuff. We're not as smart as the bakers, and we don't have all our questions and stuff all set up. But, it's just kind of like a little round table, sitting at the bar talking. Oh, okay. Retiring from work, Dave said. That's good.
I mean, I've enjoyed it. If that's, if that's any feedback.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
So now, Eric, talking about stealing people's content. I mean, Rusty just admitted he stole this shit from the bakers. So, I mean, I feel retarded now, but it's still cool because, I mean, honestly, I enjoy it because I've never met Steven Scone. I may have never met him. I would have never met you. And the channel that we're going to have on next week or so, I would have really never met them. And it's not really a, just a small channel thing, but it's just getting more channels out there.
Well, one interesting thing I found a couple of channels that had like 2,000 subscribers, 1,500 subscribers, and they haven't done anything. One of them hadn't done anything in over 2 years, and another one hadn't done anything in over a year. And you got to kind of wonder, what happened to them, and what was it? What what you got there?
I think it's cool, like a pay it forward kind of thing.
See his cat?
Kind of cool.
Eric's got his cat right there messing with him.
His name's Philip. So yeah, he's an attention whore.
Well, and you know what's funny?
Sugar Kitty's loving that.
I'm going to tell you something that's funny.
He was right here in this picture.
I haven't put a video out in probably 3 weeks, maybe closer to a month. And I've been watching. And since I haven't put videos out, I've actually gained more subscribers.
Wow.
And it's weird because I was at 200 subscribers. I'm at 213 now. I haven't done a video.
His face there a while ago, wiggling it all around.
I've only done a live, and it seems like every other day I'm gaining a subscriber.
It's cool. People are finding your content. That's cool.
Yeah.
To get him used to getting brushed. And they had long hair. I mean, they're high maintenance. So.
Hey, dude.
Peter White.
Y'all hearing my bass player? He's the one that came over. He's talking in the background. He's got probably as many cats as I have guitars.
Holy shit.
Well, he needs to be doing a YouTube channel on just the cats. I'm sure he'd have 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of people down here that just, don't know how to control the pet population. And
That's true.
We had a tornado come through here a little over a year ago, and even I just saw a news story on the local shelter here. So I've checked with, over the past year, I've checked with several shelters around the area, different cities, and they're all full up. No, I'm okay. I don't have to be on it. Anyway, that's me. Okay.
Yeah, there you are.
Now put it back.
Camera shy.
That's right.
He's over here slapping the shit out of me and hitting me upside the head almost.
There you go. Steve Scone says it.
Yeah.
Pretty women and pets will boost your channel. Just saying.
Yeah, where's Steve been, man? I was wondering about him earlier today, man. I hadn't been seeing him anywhere.
I know. I'd have thought he'd have jumped on here. The link's pinned up there. He could have jumped in here and said, "Hey."
So Rusty, you mentioned pretty women and cats. What about man boobs? I mean, I'm not afraid to come on here with my man boobs, no shirt on.
No.
I mean, RJ does it. He's got a lot of subscribers. I mean, maybe that's something I need to try.
Yeah.
I mean, if man boobs are a prerequisite, I think I'm heading for 1,000 subscribers, guys.
I mean, could you see this? Picture this. Me with no shirt on, hard nipples, holes drilled through the bottom of my glens, just sitting here like this all day.
TMI.
I mean, somebody would watch it.
I'm trying to figure how we got this out of pretty women and cats.
Yeah, if you want, Steve, you can. If you feel like you're too dirty or whatever, dude, whatever.
So the link is pinned for anybody that wants to jump on. So that's why it's there. Whether you're dirty or not, you're more than welcome. And Eric, anytime we're live, you're more than welcome to join. And there's other channels that go live that I'm sure, once you get to know them and you're comfortable with them, they will be happy to have you live.
See, look what you did, Deland. There it is.
So Russ L, he's only unsubscribing to YouTube. He's already on my OnlyFans page.
I didn't want to know that.
Pay-per-view, right? You're making
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So good. He gets all the man boobs he wants. He doesn't have to be here. Why get it twice?
Oh, mercy.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I appreciate the opportunity, guys. I'm honestly, like, I guess shy by nature. I guess that's a good way to say that. Like, which is ridiculous because for my job I'm not. But, like when it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't know a lot. So it's one of those things where I don't put myself out there. So.
Peter White.
Yeah, go on, man.
I mean, it's summertime, dude. You could be out at your pool, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that's another one I want to do. I want to do one. My sister has a pool, so I was trying to think of. I got to figure out how to make a floating little table.
Are you going to go topless, Rusty?
And no, because nobody wants to see that. You get a little floating table, and do a tasting, floating in the pool. What is that? Sugar tit.
Yeah, it started out as White Dog Moonshine.
Oh,
Live
okay.
steel,
Nice.
120 proof. Of course, you can see the color on it now.
Yeah, that's what I want. That is.
I guess you can see it. You can see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
so how long? How long did you leave it?
Here, let me solo you. Rusty's falling down on the job.
Sorry.
I would love to do that with a barrel. I think that's pretty awesome.
Oops, dang it. Solo, here we go. So Rick, what did you put in there? How long did you set it? Did you put it in a barrel or did you bottle finish it?
Bottle finished it with the Oak Spyro, and I promise you, the day that I dropped the Oak Spyro in there, probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I put it in an old pickup I got sitting here in the yard, closed up in the sun. Within 3 or 4 hours, man, it was already dark. Of course, it ended up staying in there for about 2 weeks. Oh, and I mean, I ain't had none of it in a while. It's pretty good. It tastes pretty good. I mean, it tasted pretty good as a moonshine. The still, no, wait a minute. I was totally way off. Distilled 6 times, extra smooth taste. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have said smooth. Sorry.
Yeah, no, not smooth. Oh, dear God. Distilled.
Y'all subscribers, y'all just lost 2 subscribers and ratings went down because I said smooth.
Smooth a bad word around here.
If I lost any subscribers, I'm banning you.
Bourbon, period. I don't subscribe to that theory. I mean, I think saying smooth is a good thing to say when you're drinking whiskey, honestly. Especially when you're trying to get a woman to drink it with you.
Sugar Kitty says, true story, ADHD whiskey, when first seeing my screen name, thought it said Sugar Titty and thought it was about that bottle of Sugar Tit.
Hey, Steven.
What is up, Rick?
There he is.
So real quick, I'm going to interrupt. Did we decide if Baker Drinks is going on at 9 or 10?
They're going on at 9.
9,
10 your time, 9 our time.
Which is 10 my time?
Yes, 10 your time, 9
Okay.
everybody else here, because we're all in the real time zone of Central. I mean, you're outnumbered. Here we are. It's right here.
Okay, shit.
All right. So we're good. I don't have to push everybody out to Baker Drinks. So we're good. We will, 10 o'clock real time. An hour later than usual. Good.
Right.
So I'm going to step away for a second and go use the restroom. I'll let you guys take over. I've talked enough for a while. So I'm going to refill this and call this my last.
All right, I'm going to dump you to the back here.
Right.
So, Rick, did you where'd you get the white dog, or did you make your own white dog for that, or did you?
I bought this bottle. I mean, anybody can buy this. It's bootleg 120 corn whiskey, Sugar Tit moonshine. Let's see. I believe it's from Georgia. Let me see. No, it's from South Carolina.
Okay.
Reedville, South Carolina, USA. Oh, well, y'all knew that. Anyway, distilled and bottled by them, Sugar Tit moonshine. And I've had a lot of Mississippi and Alabama moonshine before, and this was right up there with some of the best that I've ever drank. But I just couldn't resist not, using the oak spiros and seeing what happened with it. And, you can see how dark it is, and it smoothed it out even more, and made it taste like a lot of the bourbons we've been mentioning, that's maybe, the $20 bourbons or $15 bourbons, or maybe even the $40 bourbon. I mean, it's pretty good whiskey. Of course, it can't be considered bourbon.
Well, so another one I want you to consider trying, Eric, is mellow corn.
I've seen, I've seen
mellow corn, bottled in bond. It's straight corn whiskey. There's nothing else in it. World, did you? You kicked that dog, didn't you, Steve? What the hell?
She's running after something.
There it is. I think that would be an excellent one to throw another spiral. See, I did it with Amberana. It kind of overpowered it, but I think like a French oak spiral, throw it in there for, I don't know, a week or two, would definitely give it a different flavor. I don't know. I want to play around with this bottle.
Well, it's a deep rabbit hole when you start messing with the spiros and stuff. You go down a deep rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Are you guys using the?
But it's fun, man.
Are you guys just using the wood spires, or are you guys like? Because I've seen like I did an Amazon search, when I was reading about it, and there's like bottles, that are infused, or there's the spirals you can put in it, like Oak and Eden does,
Yeah, that's what I did. I bought some Amberana spirals, and I put it in a bunch of different stuff, and it completely takes over the taste. I mean, and some of it was okay. There was a couple of them I didn't really care for, but so we did it. I did it to Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. I put Amberana in there, and it really gives it the Amberana flavor. I mean, it completely overpowers Jack Daniel's. Yeah, there it is. There's come up a little bit.
Okay.
Solo you here.
That's cool. Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
Let's see. Here's the Amberana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
And then I got some. Hang on there. Leave me up there. This is some smoking chips that I got. I mean, all different brands like Applewood, Cherrywood, Peachwood, Pearwood. I don't know if you can see the chips in there.
Yeah.
I just dumped some out. Well, good thing I got a vacuum handy. Anyway.
Have you noticed that makes a difference using those smoking chips?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And see, I've actually I've actually charred these. They didn't come this charred. You can see some that's kind of charred in there. So I actually charred them myself. You can use Jack Daniel wood smoking chips. They're actually supposed to be made out of the Jack Daniel's barrels. So you can get them and cut them up small where you can get them down in your bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some cherry wood I smoked myself.
Henry McKenna. I have not had the Henry McKenna. Go ahead.
The flavor that I've been liking is what I was mentioning earlier. It's all the way. I got to make a little hike to go get the bag I was talking about earlier. I don't remember the brand. I got it off Amazon. It's maple and bourbon infused oak chips. Huh. And that's really been giving a nice maple-ish sweet type, flavor. And that's in your bottle, Rusty. The one you started out with.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It is sweet. Now I'm telling you.
I would definitely be down for some maple or some honey. Like I dig some sweet. Like that maple blew me away from RD1 just because just tasting it in the store. I'm walking around. I'm like, I just got out of IHOP. Like I've never had that flavor in a bourbon before. But so anything like that, that would blow me away.
I got some ideas for the next Blend Sanity for a flavored bourbon. So y'all keep watch out for that.
I don't know, Mr. Mom.
Watch out, Rick. I'm going in that Blend Sanity, the next one. So y'all be prepared.
So speaking about the wood chips and stuff, I showed this to Rusty. A couple weeks ago, one of my friends stopped by and dropped me off a spirits aging kit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't have any White Dog. I'm going to buy some after I see how this turns out. But my wife, she makes vanilla extract out of vodka. She uses Tito's and Everclear. And this is what the vodka's turned into.
Oh, wow.
I've tried a little bit, and so far it's not bad. But if it comes out good, I'm going to buy some White Dog or some Moonshine. And
hope I'm not opening the wrong bag.
So your weed?
I hope not.
Yep, that's his weed. Pre-rolls.
Pre-rolls.
Hold on, let me
didn't mean to interrupt there.
Hold on, put it back up.
Vanilla beans.
That's cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So,
she's got. What do I do with it? Hold on a second.
We need to ask one of the experts, Sugar Kitty or Dave, or if anybody knows about these spirals. So, if somebody says Spanish oak, are they meaning Spanish cedar oak, or is that different?
Oh yeah.
That's dark. I want to know about these 3-gallon barrels too. Like I've thought about that too. Like somebody was
I have a 3-liter.
Great idea.
No,
mine's 3-liter.
I have not, Dave, but it's just because I haven't picked it up. I see it everywhere. It's just one of those. I just haven't picked it up yet.
So the barrels, I can talk to the barrels. Sometimes they talk back. I had one once, and I was kind of disappointed with it. Now, I soaked it with hot water. I did everything I could to get the wood to swell. And just for some reason, I just kept popping leaks on it. Now, where I went wrong was, at that time, I was too young into my bourbon journey. So I went out and bought every White Dog that I could buy from Buffalo Trace. Didn't know about the mash bills, didn't care about the mash bills. Oh, that's White Dog. Just put it in the bottle or put it in the barrel. You do not need to leave it in the barrel very long. Not more than 3 weeks, 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I would start tasting a little bit. But the big thing is try to get the barrel to swell so you don't get very many leaks. Now, I think had I have stuck to one type of white dog instead of many different types, it would have come out better. But definitely look into how to get that barrel to swell and seal up, because, man, I had baking pans underneath it catching leaking bourbon, and I was drinking the pan, and it was horrible. But I know people that's had really good success with them.
Well, here's my first time experience with mine. I got a 3-liter one, and I mixed brown sugar, cinnamon, and vanilla, lemon tea, and a 1 lemon tea bag and a regular tea bag in a boiling water, enough to fill the barrel. And I brought it to a boil, and then I put it in the barrel and let it sit for about 2 days. And I have had no leaks. Of course, I got that water out, and then I gave it a quick rinse a little bit after that. And then I put basically, like I said earlier, Evan Williams bottled and bond in, and some the 1793 or 1783 or Evan Williams, I guess, right here behind me. Yeah, 1783 Evan Williams. Put that in there. And I just, like you said, 2 or 3 weeks I pulled it out because I was tasting it along the way, and I was starting to get too much flavor from the barrel. Is the way I was looking at it. So I bottled it up, and man, that's what I'm sipping on here a while ago. It's at 140 proof, and it's good.
Mr. Mom, Rebecca Creek Spanish Oak. It is really good. It is a shame that it's probably not going to be back, or it won't be back for another 6 years. It was the best accident that any distillery could have probably fallen upon. And I don't think they realized what they had. So if you do see a bottle, or you have a chance to have somebody get you a bottle, I would grab one. I love it. I know a lot of people who love it. I know more people who love it who don't like it. And for me, it's really, really good. As a matter of fact, I am nursing my bottle because I don't think I'm going to be able to get another one. And this is all I have left. So I'm letting this sit because I really don't want to run out.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
So it's out of Texas. It's only released in Texas.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought you can get it. You can get it in other places, can't you?
I don't know. I think it's only around Texas. Maybe you can.
I don't know. Maybe not.
But it's really, I believe, a limited release because they're not making anymore, or at least it's going to take 6 years to make more. And from what I understand, they had a problem getting barrels, so the only barrels they could get were the Spanish oak barrels. They had all this juice to put into barrels, and they had to put it somewhere, so they put them into the Spanish oak barrels. And came out with this, and they didn't realize how well it was going to turn out and how good of a response there was going to be.
Right.
I have 2 of these on the way.
So maybe it's not just Texas. I was under the understanding it was Texas, or only Texas.
Okay, so somebody, Peter mentioned Alberta. There's a Canadian one that I really am interested in, but I cannot find it outside of Canada. It's I was telling Rusty about it. It's SE11.
If you say rich and rare, I'm kicking you from the screen.
No.
SE11. SE11. It's in Saskatchewan, I believe. and they age it all outside. So, the temperatures vary there from, 100 degrees to below freezing. And I read an article about it somewhere, and I'm like, I really want to try that, but it's only in Canada and like France, something weird. Canada and Europe. I'm like, I'll never put my hands on a bottle. I know people that live in Canada, and I have a friend in Seattle, but I'm like, I need that 6 degrees of separation to work out for me. Like, I really want to try that for whatever reason.
Friends in this community are fantastic. All I'm gonna say.
Yep. They're
But
good.
reciprocation is good. If somebody does you a solid, figure out how to do them a solid back. Because if it wasn't for friends, I would have never got this.
Hey, I tell you what, anybody that can send me an address to ship a sample of my barrel, that if you would like one, I will ship you one. Out of the group on the screen here, I'm not saying everybody on the chat here tonight or whatever.
Hey man, I would try 140 proof.
I couldn't hear you.
I would try 140 proof, and that'd be pretty interesting.
Rusty?
What? Do what now? I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I just realized I was late doing something. Do what?
I said that I will out of the who's on screen right here right now. I'll send a sample bottle of my 140 proof out of my 3-liter barrel if you want it.
Well, hell yeah, absolutely.
So I will need everybody's addresses. That wants
whatever, Rusty.
Whatever. You look.
I don't get nothing.
My address. Do you want me to send it?
I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. A friend of mine who I've Venmoed some money to, and this is how naive I am when it comes to cash apps and stuff. So I Venmoed him some money. I put my address in the Venmo so they could have their friend hand deliver some stuff. Probably about a day later, my wife calls me and she's like, "Did you Venmo somebody money?" And I was like, how'd you know? And she's like, "Well, because you blasted it all over the internet. Why don't you make that private? Because everybody can see how much you sent and your address. So everybody on Venmo now can see where you live." And I was like, oh shit. So I had to go in there and figure out how to make it private. So be very careful on where you put your address and stuff at when you're sending payments and stuff, because I was not aware. And the reason she knew is my daughter called her because she saw the transaction and she wanted to warn her about the address because she couldn't get a hold of me. And I, for some reason, did not know that when you send that information out, other people can see it. I felt pretty stupid.
Well, I felt pretty stupid showing y'all my studio because, when you send anything out over a phone or anything, everybody knows everything they want to know about you pretty much anyway. Maybe not your financial information like you're talking about, but yeah.
So here's the thing, Rick. You don't have to worry until we get Rusty to come visit your house. Once Rusty comes to visit, then we know exactly where you're at.
Location and everything, yeah.
I think Steven's already planning a trip down this direction. He said he used to live about 20 minutes from me anyway.
I used to, yeah. I'm about 2.5 hours from you now.
Yeah, something like that. You're close to Huntsville, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Madison.
How about the Costco there, close to you?
That one's on the other side of Huntsville. I don't ever go to it. They're actually building one in Madison right now. So maybe once it gets built, yeah, I'll be all over that.
So Rick, where are you at then?
I'm just outside a little town called Amory, Mississippi.
Okay.
Which is I'm south of Tupelo, kind of southeast of Tupelo. Where are you at?
Stephen, I'm closer to Stephen probably. I'm in Jacksonville, so I'm probably like hour and a half ish.
Yes, come in.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in that general area. Yeah.
I'm online here.
Rick looks like he's got a pee bucket in front of him.
A what? Yeah. Here we go. This is somebody's sample.
I know DeLon said earlier.
Send that one to Rusty.
Rusty gets your address. You know, he Google Maps you and everything. And I was like, damn, he's got my address.
He's going to tell me everything.
Did he do that to you too?
Huh?
Did he do that to you too?
No, I didn't. I don't know if he has or not. I just know he's got my address now. So he may have
YouTube here.
I think he's done that to everybody. And I may have given his secret away, but I know he did that to me. And he's telling me, oh, yeah, you've got this in front of your house. You've got this in the back of your house. And this car's in your house. And I know who you work for.
Everything now.
He's like the ultimate.
You're going to be beaten in a neutral location.
He's like the ultimate cyber stalker. He told me what color hair my mailman had, too, one day.
Well, all I can say, it wouldn't be a good thing for somebody to try to walk off with one of these guitars. I'm here all the time. I'm retired. I'm injured. So they're going to have to tote me off with it.
What are you doing?
With that being said, I was going to tell you, when Steven leaves, count your guitars.
Right? I'm going to walk home with one, that's for sure.
I just had a professional guitar player walk in here and sit down. And he's trying to see if he can find a guitar, and he brought two with him.
I was looking for a guitar player.
All right, so how's that rye? How's that Old Forester rye?
So the Old Forester rye was really good. It at first drank really hot, but then the second glass that I tried, the heat calmed down a little bit. It's very tasty. I'm going to do a video on it, so I'm not going to throw out too much stuff, but I'm very happy with what I paid for it. And I've got, like I said before, I had a sample or two before this one, and that one I want to say is pretty comparable to the samples. So I want to say consistency, it's pretty good. I'm not disappointed in it at all, but just cracking it, I want to give it some time to open and see where it goes from there. If it gets better than what it was tonight, then I will be buying another one if I see it.
I just got a notification yesterday that, I know this is not what y'all are talking about, but I'm getting it's been a couple of weeks. They were behind on what they had in the warehouse, but they just sent me a notice that it is in the mail. It is Don Michaels Black.
One of mine broke too.
No, we're on. Oh, looky there.
Live from the patio.
Yeah, Don Michaels Black. It is.
What's up, guys?
LFTP.
We're off the chain.
I hate to interrupt you, Rusty. Go ahead.
It is a Peruvian, a South American whiskey. It is fantastic. And I cannot wait for it to freaking get here. I had a sample of it sent to me from Piper John, and it just blew me away. I mean, it is to me, and look, I don't know anything. My palate ain't all that great. To me, it is Rebecca Creek Double Oak level.
Wow.
That's how freaking good it is. It is so different. Freaking good stuff.
And I just want to say, the guys from Live from the Patio, I did not see you backstage. I had to scroll down to see you, but thank you. We have royalty in the house tonight with you guys being here. I mean, I'm just going to clap because I don't even know what to say now. I'm speechless.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's anything to be speechless about. We're making our way around. We're getting a little more comfortable going live with you guys, but it's funny because what made us really jump on, you talked about the Old Forester rye. Marty and I were just about to lay out a Old Forester lineup here. We've got the rye, we've got a King Ranch, And also, thanks to Mr. Vogelsang, I have one of these black whiskeys here that
Oh,
you were
wow.
just talking about, Rusty. So
one.
we're going to crack that tonight, too.
So how do you like the Old Forester rye?
Oh, that's fantastic. I thought it was great. We're kind of spoiled around here right now in the Memphis area. We've been able to pick up things like that pretty readily. I thought it was fantastic.
It's really good for a high proof rye. It's good to me.
Well, shoot, maybe that's where my wife went. My wife went to Tennessee by herself this weekend, and if I see her behind your bar, I'm going to be upset.
If she's bringing whiskey, as long as she brings whiskey, that's all we need. Bring some whiskey. We're fine.
You know, I didn't have the balls to ask her to pick some up because when it comes to whiskey, we are not on the same page. And I was going to ask her to look for a few things from like Chattanooga and stuff, but I just didn't have the balls. I didn't have the balls, and I couldn't make the trip. So I left good enough alone. But
no, because she has your balls in her purse. That's why you didn't have the balls.
Wow.
I mean, you're not wrong. But just in case you guys get any type of weird feelings or anything, she is armed. She's armed. So
you have to be armed in Memphis, just to get it out there. Yeah, you got to be armed in the Memphis area. So there you go.
Be armed in Memphis, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's going from each side of Tennessee. We were supposed to go, and I couldn't get the time off, and I'm on call Monday. She was supposed to go to see one of her nephews play baseball. But in the process, she has family down there. I have family down there. So she's basically going from the left side of Tennessee to the right side of Tennessee and visiting people over the next couple of days.
I don't know if any of you have ever driven that. I did it back in the spring for the first time in quite a while, but Tennessee's a long damn state.
It is long.
It is really long. It takes a minute to get from one side to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my family is around Knoxville, the Knoxville, Jefferson County area, and then Big Sandy. I have a lot of family in Big Sandy.
Well, it's got to be 700 or 800 miles long, right? Because it covers Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, and a little bit of South Carolina. North. I mean, it's a pretty damn long state, ain't it?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
Hey, Memphis guys! I picked up some Blue Note today. What do you think about that?
Okay, so
I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, I picked up one
Juke
today.
Joint, so.
Yep, that's it. Juke Joint, uncut, unfiltered. We've probably gone through 6 of these this year of different stores in Memphis. Yeah. We got lucky enough back in March to be invited to a drop they had at the Blue Note. I guess it's not really a distillery. They don't distill anything. But got to sample a 20-year-old MGP that they were trying to sell. And they unfortunately, well, I guess it was lucky for us, they put it out to sample. And I think between the 4 of us, we drank about a whole bottle, $1,100 bottle of whiskey that day. And Rusty, it was so good. Because they told us, they said it's going to be like 1,100. So we're looking at each other. They said, "But we got something you can sample." Little did we know it would be unlimited pours, and we took advantage of it. But the higher the proof, I would say we really like the Juke Joint a lot. Okay. We drank a lot of it. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I picked up the regular 93, and then I picked up a store pick that was a higher proof. Store picks are awesome.
Yeah, the store picks are really good, and they're quite different. And I don't know if you know or not, but Green River distills for Blue Note, and then they bring it to Memphis. I don't know if it's really similar to what Short Barrel does.
They said as long as it ages in Kentucky a year, they can take it wherever they want to.
Okay. Oh, what just happened?
Yeah, Dave, we're going to actually sample those here in a minute. If these guys hang around. So Marty just opened something he picked up at a store. It's a Black Label Old Forester. It's the old 90 proof.
That's an older bottle, a 90 proof from DeSoto Wine
and
Liquor.
Just cracking it tonight.
Ooh,
nice.
Oh, it smells like banana.
Can you hold that back up again?
Oh my, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's nice. First Black Label we've had.
The first 90 proof I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They said they were 4 or 5 years old. Then they went to 100 proof. So. I thought about keeping it, but I said I'll share it.
Man, that smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. That drinks like very good water.
It's really light.
So good. Man, that's good.
Wow. Is it like Evian water or just like tap water or well water?
Banana water.
Banana water. That is fantastic.
It's good. It's really good.
It's not hot dog water, is it?
No.
Hot dog water.
No,
I mean, not. If I was on a stream and I didn't hear what you guys drank and you said banana water, I would automatically guess Old Forester.
Exactly.
Old Forester. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
man, that's good. Marty, that's every bit as good as we thought it would be.
Yeah. I won 100, but I mean that 90's just
so good.
But the bourbon bitch like that.
Steven, what'd you crack?
I grabbed a sample. Since y'all been talking about Old Forester, I got an Old Forester single barrel 100 proof. They got sent to me.
Oh, he's got the 100.
I'm gonna try it out.
The label. Let's see the label.
Oh, you know what the label is.
I know who sent that.
I know who sent that sample just by the way.
Everybody knows. Everybody that knows.
Yeah. That's right. Hey. No.
Get the other black.
It's got the little DV in the bottom of there.
Without the DV, I just seen the label.
DV, you probably still know what it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Dave.
I've never had it, so let's try it out.
Dave is like the sample god of YouTube, and I appreciate Dave, and everybody appreciates Dave. He does so much for the community. So much.
I think it's going around, but my nickname for him is the Sultan of Samples.
Man, I tell you.
And I think everybody's picking that up. So.
The Sultan of Samples.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to make him a shirt.
You should.
With the sample bottles on it and have it say Sultan of Samples.
Sultan of Samples. There you go, baby.
But
nice.
But how exciting is it? It's like Christmas morning when you go to the mailbox or on the front porch in my case, and there's samples there. It's so fun. And you get to sample things that you probably wouldn't, because we are spoiled with the tater bottles here in the Memphis area, but a lot of the other stuff we just can't get. And some of these craft distilleries, especially from the Midwest, that's really good stuff that we'd never get to try.
So, guys, I don't know Dave, so explain Dave to me.
So
he's in the chat there.
Other than the Sultan of Samples.
Yeah, so Dave Vogelsang, he is
he's in the chat.
I see Dave, okay.
If he grows a liking to you, he might send you something.
There you go. Yeah.
He might. We're not putting any pressure on him.
No, I'm not.
If he likes you, you might get one or two.
Dave, I'm going to need you to check out my channel. I'm just going to go out on a limb.
If you never get samples from Dave, just stop your channel and just close it. You're done.
Okay.
So, Trash Palate, what's your name? Eric?
It's Eric, yeah, Eric. Yeah.
So, do you have your email address on your YouTube?
Say that again. I'm sorry, man. You froze up.
You have your email address on your YouTube?
No, I think I need to put it on there. I do have one. Yeah, it's just Trash Palate Bourbon at Gmail. Yeah.
All right. I'll try to send you something.
Okay.
So I had to go. Everybody's drinking Old Forester, so I had to go grab my Old Forester single barrel.
Oh, this is good,
guys. I need to go get my
120.
Yeah.
128.2. This is fantastic.
It's so good. Yeah, we've got one. What's your what floor? How's they doing?
K7.
Warehouse 7 floor K. Warehouse K floor 7s.
Yeah, this one's 129.
Warehouse K floor 6.
Oh,
I got warehouse G floor 6.
You guys are killing me.
God.
I said to myself,
that is fantastic. I'm going to tell you though that is if I ever see one of those, yeah, I'm grabbing all the bottles I can get.
We're gonna break out the King Ranch next, just so y'all can salivate over that one.
Oh, dude, why would you do that? Why would you torture people?
That's dirty.
And it's every bit as good as you think it is. We have some friends in Texas.
You know, breaking out the King's Ranch is like two boxers going at it together, but only one of them's a dude and the other one's a chick.
There.
You just don't do that.
I think that's happened just the other day, right?
I think it did.
So I think it was like last week. Baker Drinks put out, if you get samples from Dave, you know you made it.
Yeah, that was when we got, because we weren't expecting it, and it showed up. He had told us on a stream. He said, "I sent you guys something."
Yeah, we made it.
And yeah, we made it. Yeah, we hadn't really quite made it, but we're now going to try some of this black corn.
Dude. Now it's different, but like Dave said, you find yourself wanting to go back to it. It is, yes.
It smells super sweet.
Yeah, so that is Andean, not Indian, Andean black corn, and it is different.
So, Dave, I got a question.
Moonshine.
You say the higher the floor, the smoother. Does that go for the rye also?
I'm sure it does.
I'm not sure. I can't even see what that one says.
So the rye, our rye is sitting at 130.5 proof, warehouse I, floor 3. So that's a lower floor. That's pretty high proof. I can't believe
right in the middle, probably.
Yeah, so believe it or not, my rye is 130.4, and it is warehouse I, floor 3.
Holy smokes! What's the odds of that,
Did
right?
that come from Memphis?
Yeah,
I'm not joking. Hold on a second.
Did that come from Memphis?
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, barely.
We can see it. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Yeah. And ours has a 10th more. There it is, right there. A 10th more. How funny is that?
That is hilarious.
Okay, this boy, you're right. This black whiskey is quite different in a good way, though. That is unique. That is so unique.
So my question is it Texas whiskey unique? Because Texas whiskey is unique to all bourbon.
It's different. It's different than Texas whiskey.
All right. Because I love Texas whiskey.
There's a sweetness to it, I would say. What would you call the flavors? Corn.
It's got like a straight moonshine smell, and it's real
the
sweet.
Smell reminds you of some of the moonshine. He's right. But man,
like some homemade moonshine you get from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. It's just different. It's really good.
Yeah, really good.
What is the proof?
But I think it's only 90 actually.
I think that one is. The black whiskey is. We have a sample of the single barrel we're going to pull out now if we can find it. It's right here beside us. There's Z-Man. Hey, Z-Man.
Cheers, everybody.
Z-Man is in the house. No babysitting his girlfriend's dog.
Yes, sir.
I think it's another one, Mark.
You look good. You look good, Z-Man.
Yeah, that one.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Staying out of trouble?
Not really.
We trying.
We stay in trouble. Actually, we only get in trouble on TikTok. When we go on TikTok, we don't seem to last very long, but we clean up our act on YouTube.
The hell with TikTok. I don't do no TikToks.
Hell, we don't either.
Z-Man, you drinking a Miller Lite?
Yeah. I got a Miller Lite.
There it is. There it is.
Smart bonded. Love it.
We've talked about some benchmark tonight.
Good bottle. That's some good bottle right there.
Benchmark's good stuff.
$13.99 out here.
Damn it.
How much?
$13.99.
God, I wish I could find it for that.
No shit. Yeah, it's like 25, 20,
Yeah.
22.
I think I paid 22 in Tennessee for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my store has a stack of all of it, and they just mixed it all together. So you just pick through it and get the one you want, and out the door.
That sucker is just like pure vanilla. I love it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, we just poured. We had that Don Michael's black whiskey, the bottle, but this is a single barrel, and man, it smells so much different, doesn't it?
You still got that.
Man, it smells sweeter, a lot sweeter.
What's the proof on that? A little higher?
110. So yeah, a little bit higher.
Wow.
So really quick, because we're trying to get him to 20 subscribers. If Eric from Trash Palate Bourbon, who is on here tonight as a guest, if I'm going to drop the link, if you haven't subscribed to him yet, please do. We are trying to get him to 20 subscribers. He had 8 when he joined tonight, and he's at 16. So here's
I can assure Eric, by the time night's over, all 8 of my identities will be subscribed to him.
Nice.
You will.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So when did y'all have me on? What, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So Eric, I was at 30 subscribers when I came on. What, about a month ago? I'm at 130 now.
Nice.
Holy, wow.
So
Yeah, this community supports each other. Man,
so once you get in this community,
that's awesome.
you get in this community, you get recognized and everything. Yeah, it's a game changer.
Hey, now it wasn't all just due to us. You started.
No, it's not all due to y'all.
No, you started.
Y'all started it.
You started putting out some crazy shorts, man, and just you were banging every day, damn near every day. You were throwing out something, and that's what you got to do, you know.
Yeah, you got to throw out content. Well, you do that. You got to throw out some content. Like I try to do 2 to 3 videos a week.
I like that.
I'm taking a couple weeks off, but
shorts
and
equals
shorts. I just come up with shorts on the fly. I'm like, I'm drinking bourbon. I'm cooking out on the grill, something like that. I'll just throw out, hey, I'm drinking this bourbon. I'm cooking this on the grill. Hey, check it out.
Okay.
Every one of those.
We talked about short. Okay.
Oh, Dave,
and that's good.
Black whiskey single barrel. That's going to be when I get this one in. I'm so freaking excited. Yeah, that's going to be my next. Because see, I actually they won't ship to Alabama, so I have to actually have it shipped to my sister's house, which is just over the line in Georgia.
They ain't gonna let you do it now. You done told on yourself.
Yeah.
It was a present for her, but she's gonna share it with me. So
there you go. Yeah, this single barrel was really good. I can't imagine how good the other one Dave has at 125.6. But the other was good, but this is different. This is definitely, you guys are right. This black whiskey is different, but I could see chasing that bottle.
Yeah.
I felt a little left out, so I grabbed my single barrel, but I'm on floor 2, so I'm not real high. It's like 120 proof. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah, just
okay.
floor 2. I'm kind of good.
And I'm pretty sure I heard that is the only whiskey that is made in Peru.
Oh wow!
I heard that somewhere. I don't know, or made in South America for that matter. But I might be wrong. Maybe Dave can clear that up. But I
did say distilled in Peru.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
It said distilled in
Peru.
Yeah.
It actually says that on the bottle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab that bottle, Marty. I'll show it to him.
Yeah.
The sample.
Oh, that one.
The corn that they use is called Andean, like the Andes mountain, the Andean corn, Andean black corn.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but there it says distilled in Peru, just to the bottom right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Right there. Lights in the way, but it's over there. It's still in Peru. Yeah, it's good stuff. Very dark. Yeah. I don't think it's an age statement, did it?
Not as dark as this. Or maybe dark.
That looks like some Texas whiskey.
Man.
Mississippi whiskey, man. Mississippi whiskey.
Eric, Bourbon Bitch has subbed to you.
There we go.
Thank
you have now arrived, Eric. When the Bourbon Bitch subs,
Bourbon bitch, yeah.
yeah.
Cheers.
70.
For the Y, I'm in.
How do you say that? 870 Gene? 870 Gene?
870
jeans. That happens to be my better half.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. There you go.
No, she's sneaky.
Again,
Well,
I can't
subscribe to me
guarantee
too.
quality content, but I can guarantee content.
Cheers, Bourbon Bitch and 870. I did see last week for like a really short time in between my passing out and waking up and passing out that the Bourbon Bitch
That was a short time.
It was. I did see for a very short time that she was on there, and then I was like back out. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Rusty, we were impressed that you could pass out 2 days in a row. Now that's what was so damn impressive.
Hell, you still drunk?
You had to bring that up, T. You had to bring that up. Thanks.
The thing with Rusty is when he passes out 2 days in a row, it's been 3 days of straight drinking. That was no accident.
Look, we thought he might have been in the hospital because he had been like not on anything for a couple of days now, and then he got on Matt last night because Marty and I were talking about it. Said Rusty must have gotten sick or something because we hadn't seen him much this week.
So here's something that I'm going to try and talk to Rusty and convince him to do. And I think this is a really good idea.
I'm going to shut this and actually down for a minute.
All right, so check this out. What do you guys think about this?
Uh-oh.
So this is an idea I have for Rusty.
You know what I do with that?
I got him. Go ahead.
Ever get fired up?
Scared.
All right, so here's my idea for Rusty. He has the awesome hat. And Rusty, put your head down. Look at that. I think he needs to sell advertising on the top of his hat.
I have a sticker, Rusty, that would look beautiful on top of that hat. Yeah, for life in the patio.
You need a logo on top.
Billboard space is for rent. So there you go. I mean,
so when he passes out, he has a purpose. He can pretend he's not passed out. He's just advertising.
That's what I'm talking about.
Look, we weren't necessarily surprised you were passed out Saturday, but Sunday when Off Track came up, I think it was Fortenberry said, you guys got to get on Off Track. Said, I think Rusty's about to pass out again.
I see that one. I seen Whiskey Wisdom.
Look, I'm not proud of the fact that I got up Sunday morning and started drinking and drank all day Sunday till the show started. I shouldn't have done that. I was wrong, and I've got to do better. I got to do better, guys. That's just how it is.
Can't drink all day unless you start first thing.
Well, that was my philosophy Sunday, and I shouldn't have.
Well, no, Stephen, the saying is for Rusty, you can't drink all day Sunday if you don't start on Friday.
That's it.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh, Dave just subscribed.
There you go. You've arrived.
You've arrived.
You have arrived. Dave,
you
better start posting some good content. Dave's gonna be watching.
You arrived, and Dalen cut off your sound. So there you go. You're never to be heard from again.
Oh no,
Dave, if I sweat a lot in the next video, it's because of you.
Don't worry about it. I'm subscribed to you too, so we're gonna check you out.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, pressure's on, guys. All right, thanks. Appreciate that.
And Eric, just so you know, Dave's gonna let you know if your videos suck.
I expect that. The suck level is really high, so it's okay.
He's already a self-declared trash palate. So I mean,
yeah, right.
Really.
So yeah.
Well,
greatness.
I told Eric, I said, it's kind of crazy that you have Trash Palate as your name because I have a sticker right here.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I
Oh,
have
wait.
12 though.
That's Rusty's nickname. So
That's right.
We haven't had a
Bourbon Bros, if you didn't even know it, Rusty.
2 cabinets.
Okay, we've made our way through the old Forester lineup. Here
Back
comes
you
the
get them
blue.
little catalogs all the time.
Y'all better slow down, T.
Is that one?
We just started.
Oh, okay.
We just started. But you're right. Yeah, if there's one thing I've learned as I've gotten older, buddy, I cannot do as you did. I'm a one-day drinker. If I drink too much one day, I cannot drink the next.
Probably because we were talking.
But I unfortunately have that addiction problem where
No, you have that superpower. You have that superpower that allows you to rally the next day.
He is like the bourbon Superman. Even
See, look
even
at Dave.
after kryptonite, he can bounce back.
Oh, Mary's about got the night in.
There we go. Dave said he drinks water Monday through Thursday, bourbon Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Yeah, because we get those guys on Sunday night even. You got Bourbon Hall out there with Wade on Sunday night. Yeah.
I drink bourbon on any day that ends with Y.
There you go.
Yeah, we tried that for a little while, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think that's why we
But
went through.
I mean, usually it's after work and it's like 1 ounce. So, I go to bed. But
Yeah, no, I can't stop at 1 ounce. We made through 5 uncut, unfiltered. How many? Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye has been one of my favorite
man,
pours
them are good.
Oh, yeah, it's a
this
great
year.
bottle.
I'm probably been through 5 or 6 of those guys.
damn.
Yeah, and so why share? We share. That's
So
March.
I haven't been through mine yet.
there is I'm going back tomorrow, because when I seen the old Forester single barrel rye, I just completely discounted the Jack Daniels.
Oh no, don't do that.
But there's a store near me, and I'm going to do a price check. But they have a Jack Daniels single barrel proof rye store pick, I think, for $65.
Buy me one. I'll pay shipping.
Now, this store, they always have phenomenal store picks. So I'm gonna check tomorrow to make sure that the price is $65.99, and I may go back and pick up a couple because the barrel proof rye is phenomenal, and if it's a store pick that's even better, I'm gonna grab a couple.
Yeah, if you don't mind, pick me up one. I'll pay for shipping.
All right,
and I'll pay it for it all, but I'll pay for shipping too because I'm open my last one. We've been getting it from Nestor's for like $61, which is really cheap for that bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one we tried, I picked up at the distillery. Didn't get to do a tour, but picked up the distillery and I fell in love. I was like, this is some fantastic stuff. It's probably like 132 proof, Marty.
When I get a chance to get in there.
So good.
I think the one I looked at was 131.4 ish, right around that area. So it's right in that sweet spot.
Hey guys, I'll jump in here and tell y'all I'm fixing to jump off here and get ready for, I guess, Baker's Drinks coming on at 9. I think we decided.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you, Eric. And I don't know this. I've got some samples. I got 3 samples poured up already. Anybody wants a sample of my barrel, let me know. I'll have let me know where to ship it to. Rusty has all my info. Steven may have it all.
Yeah.
What's up, Z-Man?
What's going on, brother?
Sweet. Good to see you again, brother.
All right, man. Yeah. I'm fixing to jump off here.
Yeah, we'll be on
Baker's
Baker's too. And look, if we can stay awake, we'll jump on after hours. These guys run. Look, Matt last night was running so late. I won something and didn't even realize it until this morning. Marty had to text me and tell me I won something last night.
I didn't get one match this morning when I got off work.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Later.
With that being said, Baker's is coming on in about 15 minutes. So, as always, anybody that wants to leave and go to Baker's, fantastic. This stream's going on about 3 hours, so I will probably end it when Baker's comes on. So,
that's what I figured.
we'll go over there. Just when you go over there, just say that I sent it. Me and Rusty sent you guys, and just give them a thumbs up or something, and let them know. And Eric, if you want to go over to Baker Drinks and give them a sub, it's another great channel to get involved with. You'll learn a lot there, and they're really good people. Really good people.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, do I just find them on YouTube, or do I find it through StreamYard, or how?
Here,
YouTube.
I'll throw it up.
YouTube. Just put
look
in
up
Baker Drinks on YouTube.
And if you want to see one of the best ones they ever did, they had us on last week, and so you can watch it and give a thumbs up and give
Dude,
yeah.
That was fucking hilarious last week. I'm telling you, that was probably one of the best Baker Drinks.
So much fun, dude.
Yeah, I hate to laugh.
I hate that we're going to be following that next week. Off Track Syndicate is
nice. Oh, that's good, Rusty. You guys will do fine. You guys are doing great.
Nah, we won't live up to y'all, but we'll try.
Yeah.
Eric, I just put their link in the chat, so you should be able to subscribe to them.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you don't check out Matt from Whiskey Wisdom on Friday nights, it's so much fun. Everybody's in there. The thing is, once you kind of get your name established, people know your name. It's like you're hanging out with your buddies every Friday and Saturday night.
That's right.
Really is.
And I'm going to warn you, if you didn't drink a lot before tonight,
yeah,
just be prepared. Pace yourself, because it's about to go up 100%.
Lots of water.
Not only are you going to drink more, you're going to buy more. I promise you. You will buy more if your pocketbook will let you.
Woo.
All right. Well, speaking of Jack Daniels.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
He's breaking the high proof stuff out now.
If he's breaking out some twice barreled, we don't have that here tonight, but damn, that twice barreled so good. Marty's got a bottle of that.
Oh, he got
It's
twice barreled.
funny you said that, because I was either going to go with the single barrel proof rye, or barrel proof for the rye, or the twice barrel.
That's that freaking bottle there.
That's my best.
I have the other two. I don't have the twice barreled.
That's my best whiskey I've ever had.
I do have one from Rickhouse 8, which is supposedly the Coy Hill Rickhouse. We had I found it, and it does taste different. But that twice barreled you got, Dylan, is so freaking good.
Man.
Good.
It is.
We had a sip last night.
This is one bottle that I was lucky. I'm gonna say I was lucky, and I paid $100 for it, which is probably a little bit too much.
Yeah,
no, hell no.
Not now. I paid $100 for mine at Spillway, and dude, it's my favorite bottle. And
by a mile.
You don't see it for that price anymore.
No.
Yeah, so I've been sipping on this slowly. It is the 2023 edition.
Yep.
From Ben, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Hey, Ben.
What's on, Ben?
Going on. Say what's up to Egg Roll.
Egg roll.
Yeah, it was bottled 7/12 of 23.
What do you got there?
The Jack Daniels twice barreled.
That's so good. That's so freaking good. That damn bottle
I
is
think
awesome.
mine's a little lower than that, but
Hold on.
oh man, that's so good.
Wait, twice barrel?
Yeah.
Oh,
That bottle.
rye is 100 proof.
No, that bottle's. What's the proof on that?
100 proof.
It is 100.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's so good, so freaking
Yeah, it's
good.
got so much flavor.
Yeah, it's the Heritage Barrel Rye.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
So good. Marty and I sipped on it last night a little bit. We have found it online, and man, damn, it's so expensive.
Not $100 though.
No, it wasn't $100.
Yeah, $100.
No.
No.
If it was, we'd have 4 of them, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite bottle right now.
Ben, regale us with some new finds that you find interesting.
I found this guy named Rusty.
Whatever. No, what? Yeah, really. No, tell me. Give me something to look for.
Well, you can't look for this, but I picked this up today. A little Russell's pick. The Silence of the Drams.
Oh, look at that. Tater
Those are
tots.
so
Those
good.
fucking
Nice.
cool.
Fantastic pours.
Little Camp Nelson F peanut butter action.
Nice little grams.
Didn't know store fix that.
I like that.
Damn.
What else did I pick up?
Nice pickup.
Yep. Wow. Got a couple of them because they're delicious.
We're going to rock now.
Yep, you got us over to Russell. We're leaving Old Forester. We got the Camp Nelson F Kentucky Spirit here.
There you go.
Camp Nelson F with F.
I'll tell you something to look for, Crittenden. Crittenden's
So
awesome.
I almost picked that up today. The Kentucky Spirit.
It's good.
But I passed on it for the Old Forester.
Oh, wow. I'd probably gotten both.
Do you guys get any peanut butter off that one?
More banana. I'm getting banana.
A lot of Camp Nelsons have peanut butter too, in my find, but everybody's a little different.
You get peanut butter on that?
Just banana.
That may be because we're drinking so much Old Forester.
No, I get.
My dog used to like peanut butter.
Oh, Deland.
I bet you enjoyed that as much as he did, didn't you?
Where'd you put it, Deland?
Look for the Russell 15. Ain't out here yet.
See, you guys are getting in your head, leading us down this rabbit hole because you put it on the tank. That's where you put the peanut butter is on the tank.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan, let's talk about.
What's that movie quote? It ain't cheating if it's your dog.
Yeah. I think that's an Alabama quote. I think that's only an Alabama quote. In Arkansas, it's your cousin. So there you go.
Boy, that went right really quick.
Keep it in the family, guys. Keep it in the
Eric Gunderson has entered the chat. What's up, Eric Gunderson?
Hey, Eric.
Cheers, Eric.
How's it going, Eric?
Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
Go Tide.
Roll Tide.
Down tide. Yeah.
Man, that twice barreled is just phenomenal.
Isn't it so good?
It is. For 100 proof, it had so much flavor.
That flavor
Exactly.
is something.
Deland, I wouldn't be opposed to you sending me a 2-ounce sample of that. I'm just saying.
Don't do it, Rusty. You'll hate
Hey,
yourself.
Deland, we can trade some samples if you want.
Well, I've got a Rusty pile started over here, but I need to know what else he needs.
Oh shit! Are you kidding me, Ben?
It literally says Rusty on it. See?
What the?
No way, dude.
A Rusty
Hey,
pile.
prescription bourbon.
Yeah, but I need to know what else you need. What else you want to try?
Dude, whatever you think would be interesting. Because I don't
have too much. I need guidance.
I
need some rich and rare reserve in my life. I'm just saying. I found out it's not distributed here.
What?
No,
I'll send you a bottle, friend.
It's allocated where you're at, right?
It's noticated.
Noticated. You don't want to drink that shit.
Okay, so I don't even know what I don't know, Ben. That's the thing. I don't know what
See us pouring something that you want to try, say something.
Yeah.
And when I've got enough for a box, I'll send it. That's all.
Okay, awesome.
Just know what you got, brother.
Everything you pull up and drink every day is like, I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that.
I don't have. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
I'm on Only Drams if you want to check out my 35 bottles.
I don't know, Stephen. I don't know if you.
I have a big spreadsheet that I've had for years, and it's at a data point. The problem with Only Drams is
so easy though. When you get a bottle,
the problem is it's not. The problem is it doesn't handle picks well.
No, you plug everything in on picks. That's exactly right.
That's right.
So Eric from Trash Palate.
You can add notes to change it, but that's like it gets tedious.
Exactly.
So
and then
bourbon
I start having stuff that I scan it, and it's like, oh, we don't know what.
So bourbon right down here at the bottom of the screen with the Cum Guzzler water bottle.
Cum Guzzler.
Come and go. I'm sorry.
That's what it is.
It's the Cum Guzzler.
Go. That's the come and go.
He's the one that we were telling you about that has more floor bourbon than most people have a collection.
On shelf.
Okay.
I've actually been working on the floor whiskey issue. We
the issue.
I actually rented a storage unit, a small one, but there's no whiskey in it. I've been moving other stuff there so I could store whiskey.
Yeah, he's been moving house furniture into the storage unit, so he's got whiskey in that.
Just wonder if the cum guzzler is how he gets his bourbon.
No. I have.
My bad. I had to go there.
It's all good.
Oh god,
yeah, that was great. Damn it!
Got to.
Because if you think this is it, yeah, that would be cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear you.
Well,
we were joking one night a couple weeks ago that if anybody ever broke into Ben's house, they wouldn't worry about them stealing anything because they would be so amazed tripping over the bourbon and whiskey bottles that the police would catch them right away.
Well, look, in all seriousness, have you thought? Are you like? Do you have a basement?
No.
Have you thought about having to shore up the flooring? Because
I have a 1,000 square foot condo.
Oh, okay.
The better story is the floor marshal.
No, I have no basement, no garage, no attic. It sucks.
Oh, the better story is the fire marshal going through his condo.
Oh, forget it.
No, I didn't hear that.
And Stephen, you mentioned only drams. I don't know if you've seen our episode, probably not, but Father Fortenberry, who's a big contributor, his only drams, the secondary is less than what he paid for his whiskey.
His secondary is less than what is.
Yeah, and I'm not even joking.
No, it's for real.
The truth. You can look at a short we made it of it, but yes, he only.
I'll have to phone him on only drams, but yeah, mine only goes up like $60 when I.
At least it's positive. He paid more than it's worth.
Yeah, mine's positive.
$60. Wow.
Yeah,
Marty's now going to add you now. There he goes.
So,
the only one that I consider mine be like really allocated is the Detling Bottle and Bond.
Oh, we got a Detling store pick. I don't. What do you think of Detling?
I love it.
Okay,
so,
I haven't found a Detling I like.
It's not your average. It's not your average whiskey. It's definitely different.
So that's actually something I just got my first bottle of, and I got one sample here, and I had another sample from Shelby, 1318 Shelby, but I don't know what I did with it because he doesn't label his stuff. He does it by the codes on the bottom of the bottle. But so far, what I've tried from them has been real interesting and different.
It's very interesting. It is so very interesting. I have a store pick.
The bottle and bond I have, if I try it 10 times, I get 10 different flavors out of it.
Well, this one they call Christmas Morning at store. The bottle's beautiful, by the way. It looks great on the shelf, and it's cinnamon, right, Marty?
Yeah.
Christmas Morning. Whatever you think of Christmas is what this is, and it's okay.
It's pretty good,
but it's not something I
every time
for.
you taste it, it tastes different.
I love to sample it.
Something else.
Time I taste it, it tastes different.
Yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, I'm gonna step away, but it's 9:58. So if anybody wants to go to Baker Drinks,
we're gonna leave too.
Bail over there.
Jump over.
Yeah. Cool.
But thanks for letting us join, Dalen. Enjoyed it so much to all of you
guys. Enjoyed talking to y'all.
And Trash Palate Eric, we will subscribe all 10 of our IDs before night's over with.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Believe me.
They say that, and then you'll be 10 subscribers less the next day. So
yeah, that's the way it works. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Guys. Bye.
Awesome. But I'll be right back in a minute.
All right.
All right.
So, what is the root of Trash Palate Bourbon? How did you find Delan?
Through Rusty. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of the connection there. But the root was just I have a lot of bourbon and I have a garbage palate, and someone said, hey, I mean, why not crack them open and film it? And
so why do you say you have a garbage palate?
Because the few videos I've seen, like mostly I've only seen like the SLB guys. Like I haven't seen a lot of other videos.
Holy shit! What? Anyway, sorry. What?
Yeah, sorry. And so and the things that they're like, oh, I get Cherry Jolly Rancher, and I'm like, I don't get any of that. Like
you're not supposed to.
Yeah, I don't get much of anything. So I was like, I have a garbage palate. So I'm like, I'll start cracking these bottles open and I'll just film it for myself. And if anyone watches it, they watch it. So
90% of those notes are
made up.
I'll call them reaches because, like, are you going to get some sort of cherry? Do I sometimes get a cherry note? Sure. Do I get a candy, an artificial candy note? Sure. You know, I get notes. Like I said, I get peanut butter on CNF usually.
Very rarely, like take a note, like something I've tried before. There, I remember. You know,
I don't have any great palates.
It's either good or it's bad.
Yeah, there you go.
And this Old Forester single barrel Warehouse K46 100 proof. Yeah, this is good.
Hey, floor 6, you're
real good. Oh man.
Yeah, I figured I've got bottles. Why not open it and share it with someone? So
there you go.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. All right. So I was searching around looking for, smaller channels, and I wanted to bring them on. And out of like 3 that I reached out to, Eric, he, hit me back and I was like, hey, let's have you on, talk about your stuff. Let's talk about bourbon. Let's just have a drink and, and we got him some subscribers tonight. So
there you go. Yeah, it looks like he's up to 20.
What? I haven't even looked, guys. Like I was excited at 8. So
Really, how long you been? How long has your channel been going?
I don't know, May-ish, somewhere in that area.
Okay, so you're right around where the same time I started.
Yeah, not very long at all. I'm still learning how to edit and things like that. So it's still not great. So
yeah, I'm right at 4 months, I think. 4 months doing my channel now.
Rusty had a really good idea, to kind of reach out to smaller channels, even though, relatively, I'm a small channel, 213 subs. But, if you reach out to smaller channels that might not know of or know how to join the community, just invite them in. That's what the community is about, just making friends, enjoying bourbon, and getting together. Next week or the week after that, I've got a guy coming in. I think they're called Bottom Shelf Bourbon. And, they're going to come on the show. They're going to hang out with us and maybe get them a few subs, if that's what they want, or if they just want to hang out, they can hang out. But it's just about getting more people involved in the community, helping out how we can help, because channels like.
Oh, did he just freeze?
He did.
He froze.
He froze.
Who froze? Me?
Yeah, you did. There you go. Okay, you're back.
Oh, I got to go back all through all that shit again? Okay.
Yeah, you did.
You could just skip it. We're all good.
Yeah. It's you guys have helped me out so much and have helped Rusty out so much.
Yeah, no,
so it's a way to try and pay it back forward to other smaller channels to help them get bigger if they want. And if they get bigger than ours. Cool.
In my case, it's just that I'm an air whore and I had the ability to jump on whenever anybody opened up the channel, and I'm like, oh well, I got to jump in there, and luckily folks were doing that. Livewire, what's up? Cheers. Josh Fritz, he finally got done baling hay. I hear you, buddy. I was doing fencing today. I thought I was going to die.
So after last night, I spent most of today sleeping because I got way too wasted again on Sean's stream. Going through 7 different bottles of 115 proof or higher did me in today. So I spent a lot of the day sleeping. That's why I limited myself today on drinking. And tomorrow I've got to get some yard work done because next weekend I'm going to be out of town again. So I need to get some shit done.
I was on Sean's stream last night, and I got on Ken's stream this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where's the pup? Let's talk about what's important.
Yeah.
Where the dog at?
She's on the floor napping. I can't pull her up. She comes up here. I'll show her to you.
So how many more days you stuck in that house?
Monday. I have to go back to work Tuesday. So I got 5 days off. That's not a bad place to get stuck, dude. It's 75 fucking degrees in here. It's probably 110 outside.
Looks like she's got a nice house. I like the curtains.
Yeah. I got a couple bottles of whiskey.
Those aren't the curtains Z-Man likes.
She bought me a 30-pack of beer.
Ben.
Maybe some burritos.
Yeah.
All right. I'm bailing, guys. I got to go watch Baker's.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail in a few minutes too and go over to Baker's for a few minutes. I've got to get to sleep before 11 o'clock tonight.
You guys are selling this Baker's really high. I need to check this out.
You do. You should sub to them, and get your name out there. We can do what we can do, but you've got to get your name out there if you want to get it out there. So hang out. Like Ben has a channel.
I have something. I don't know what you call it.
Share this for you, Eric, before you leave.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to have to figure out where the chat is, just to be honest.
You going to leave the stream on?
I've got it on hide chat. That's why I don't see the chat. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
You going to leave the stream on or you going to kill it?
I'm going to probably kill it unless you need me to stay it on. Leave it on.
Leave it on. If Ben wants to hang out, I'll hang out with it for him.
All right, so Eric, before you leave, I'm going to blast you with a bunch of channels to check out. So don't leave yet.
Okay.
And subscribe to all these channels because there's valuable information out of all of them.
I like learning, believe me. I will definitely, I've learned a lot tonight, so I'll definitely learn, I'm sure, something from each person, so that's cool.
And if not learning opportunities, plenty of shenanigans to go around.
Always.
Shit definitely happens online.
That's why it's uncensored.
I mean, you had me at floor bourbon.
Floor bourbon, closet bourbon, ceiling bourbon, couch bourbon.
Bought a new house just for the bourbon.
I wish. If I didn't live in this
shower bourbon and your couch bourbon and your lawnmower bourbon and
if I didn't live in this state,
I watch my
if I didn't live
whiskey channel.
If I didn't live where it was so goddamn expensive, I would have a much bigger place for whiskey.
Yeah, nothing up there is cheap, man. Nothing.
That's one way to put it.
Nothing out there is cheap. Yeah. Prices in my area went outrageous.
So where are you guys? I know where Delan is. I know where Z-Man is. I don't know where you are, Steven, and I don't know where.
I'm in Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama also. I'm south of where.
Yeah, he's an Alabama too, so I'm an Alabama person.
Steven is, yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, we're headed down to probably going to be in Tennessee in a couple of weeks. So
where at?
Probably hitting a couple areas because we want to see a bunch of people. Probably around, probably a little in Nashville, probably a little Jackson.
Well, shoot me an email or something. It's stevenscone1@gmail.com.
Put it in the private chat.
All right.
I ain't going to remember that. And what? I don't want to call you Trash. What's your name?
It's Eric.
Eric?
Yeah.
All right, Eric. I just dropped about 5 channels. Plus, I gave you Baker Drinks. Sub to all those channels because those are awesome channels.
Any idea where Detling? Where is Detling in Alabama?
South Alabama, like Escambia County. So that's like, God, I don't know where
that's the Hall. Okay.
Yeah,
that's the Hall from New York. If we're already driving to Tennessee,
Eufaula, somewhere in that area, maybe.
because I mean it's not distributed here at all, and it's different. It's different in a real good way.
It's very different. Yeah.
Hold on, I forgot one of the most important channels.
Yeah, now I can find the bottled and bond and one of the others I can find pretty regularly on the Detling here.
Shelfer, I got offered a pick. I grabbed it.
From where? Detland?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. There's another Alabama channel out there that grabbed a barrel too.
Oh
no, not a barrel, just a bottle.
No, he bought a barrel.
Bruzel got a barrel of it.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's probably the worst barrel they ever made. But all right.
Probably is. Yeah, probably trash.
I mean,
so I'm not a big Bruzel fan, but what is such the dislike for him?
He's completely fake. It's a made-up channel. It's a made-up persona. The guy is DJ is nothing like what he acts. He has an actual producer who scripts all his videos.
Oh wow!
And it's all posted. You could see it. It's like $50-something an hour to have this guy produce YouTube videos. So
wow.
He turns it into a business.
And what he does for a living is search engine optimization and such. So that's how he got all his subs is Google and such.
You can't prove any of that. You know you can't.
He actually supposedly, from what I understand, he started the channel as a joke and people took it seriously, so he went with it.
Yeah.
He did start as a joke. You can look at his old videos and tell it was a joke, and now he's more produced. He's a lot more produced.
I can tell you the first time he was at a major bourbon event, somebody handed him a pour of Pappy as being really nice, and he said, "Hey, watch this," and he poured it in a Coke.
Oh.
Yep. And then what made him viral was he poured what is it, Weller foolproof into a lawnmower and tried to start it.
Oh, and then he did Pappy with Fireball. So he does weird shit.
Done stupid shit. Yeah.
And
he done stupid shit.
He'll get a gazillion views because of it. So
well, he also invests a lot of money in getting those views. You know, you can pay YouTube to boost videos and content. So he puts in money to make money. That's all it is. It's a money making venture.
Yeah.
And when you're about the whiskey and the people involved.
Well, he tells it in every one of his damn videos. He wants to make this YouTube channel for a tax write-off.
Mm-hmm.
So he can buy bourbon for free. So,
yeah, believe me, the last thing I do is make money with this shit. I lose money daily.
I ain't made no money on YouTube.
Everybody's entitled to.
But I don't want to. Also, I've never made a Patreon or anything.
No, I don't plan on making any money off YouTube. I just want to put some content out there to share with everybody else what I think about whatever. You know.
Yeah, I don't even do that. I just honestly, it started from my channel started in COVID. It's just people needed a place to hang out, so I made a place to hang out. That was it. People needed a place to drink where they weren't sitting at home drinking alone.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep, we all like that.
I just started a YouTube channel because I collected a lot of whiskey, and I'm like, well.
So where is it? We don't see anything.
What, my whiskey?
There we go.
There you go. That's just part of it. That's my shelf. And then up in the cabinet, there's some more.
There you go.
Yeah. It's only like 33 bottles, whatever. I just started in January.
Well, the only thing I could advise you is don't buy more.
Don't buy more? That's hard to do.
And Eric, I just dropped a few more links in the chat, so make sure you hit all these up.
Okay, thank
Somebody
you.
who has way too much. Yeah. Find what you love and enjoy it, because this is
exactly.
I don't even know what to do with what I have at this point. The problem is I live in New York, if that's not obvious enough. And the fact is very few cool people here to share whiskey with. Most people are just like, you know, just have to hang out and show off what bottle they got and then flip it 5 minutes later.
Yeah, there's snobs or flippers. We run into that down here in Alabama too.
Yeah.
It's all over Facebook and everything.
I've literally met one or two guys. That's about it. This whole time here. So it is what it is. That's why I turned to YouTube, because there's nobody here to share rapport with, really.
Yeah.
Right on.
I got one guy that really likes bourbon, and he's out on deployment right now, so I won't see him till February.
Well, God bless him then.
Yeah. Thank God. Yeah.
Make sure he knows about Northwest Bourbon.
He's gonna know a lot when he comes back, because he's gonna do bourbon too.
Well, and I'll plug it tonight at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Northwest Bourbon has monthly veteran stream. So yeah, he needs to know Mark when he gets home.
Yeah.
Sharing the link now. It's hard to remember everybody.
You do what you can do. You know, you find it as you go through. You know.
Yeah. You'll figure it out. You start marking shit, you're all over it.
Chat on Baker Tree.
Nothing but sexiness on this stream here. What's up, Independent Joe? Another channel that you've got to subscribe to.
Oh, shit, Independent Joe's here?
Yep.
Hop on screen, Joe.
Nice.
Free Joe. Free Joe.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll let him on.
Yeah, he can come on. He just can't stream for one more day, I believe it is.
Yeah, he said everybody was saying yesterday that he's going on tomorrow.
Can he stream today or just tomorrow? Or tomorrow? I thought not till tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, Eric, you need to check out some of these other channels, man.
Okay, I definitely will.
Yeah, get you some inspiration and put out some shit. You know.
He's overwhelmed with Whiskey Tube right now. I just gave him like 10 channels.
Did you give him my channel? Did you give him my channel?
I gave him your channel. Eric, I'm telling you, if you participate in these channels and you get to know everybody and you earn people's trust.
Yep.
And that's the big thing. I mean, you can participate, but becoming friends, earning trust, and getting to know everybody, they will help you out just as much as anybody else will. And these are some pretty good channels to check out and be involved with.
I don't know. I never get anybody anything. I know what you're talking
about. All right. Well.
All right. Well.
No, last day in purgatory. There you go.
Yeah, Ben, I've seen you around, but I hadn't seen any of your live shows yet. I think I subscribed to your channel.
Oh, I'm sorry if you did.
Hey, Dylan, did your wife make it to her destination?
She did. Finally. She left at 2:00 yesterday afternoon. Finally got through Ohio and Kentucky, which should be roughly about a 4.5, 5 hour, maybe 6 hour ride. And she didn't pull in until almost midnight because of traffic and accidents.
So how many hours was she on the road?
Well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, almost 10 hours.
Wow.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, she got a half hour into Ohio, and she was stuck for 2 or 3 hours in construction. Then when she got into Kentucky, she was stuck in construction, and then come to find out there was an accident. And then she found out later, after being stuck, that the actual road was closed down. So they detoured everybody off the freeway onto this 2-lane road in Kentucky. And the 2-lane road said no semis, but yet they were detouring all the semis onto this 2-lane road. The road wasn't big enough for semis, so they had to kind of stop and slow down as they were passing, because they were technically passing each other on the shoulder because the semis were too big for the road. So it's crazy.
Well, glad you made it there safe, man.
Yeah. But the nice thing is, I mean, and I've talked about this, I will always talk about this. She's armed and she knows the laws going through Ohio and Kentucky and Tennessee. She has a concealed carry permit. And
must be nice to live in freedom.
she's I'm not really worried about her because, for one, she could probably beat anybody's ass because she's a badass. And if not, she'll just shoot them.
Ben, everybody should own a CCW, man. You know where I live, and I went to the class.
I wish.
And
unfortunately, I live in New York.
They have to fingerprint you, and the state patrol fucking has to okay.
You wouldn't believe what you got to go through here to try and get a permit.
Oh, I know. And we had a DA officer actually give the class, and he was talking about California, and he said New York are the two worst places to get a CCW.
Hey, Joe, why don't you hop on stream, buddy? You're more than welcome. We'd love to have you on here. And if Prescription Bourbon's here and he wants to jump in, hop on in. You guys are more than welcome. Two of the OGs of YouTube.
Yeah, give him a chance. He might get on here. Last time I saw him, he was sitting there having a couple pours and grabbing an empanada.
So speaking of that, I am going to go eat some chicken wings because I'm hungry.
You fat. What?
For it.
Chicken wings, medium spicy.
Kill it.
Hopefully ain't as hot as that challenge I did a couple weeks ago.
Oh, what'd you do?
I did that, what is that damn channel called? The young kids on there.
One chip.
Oh, shit, I can't remember their damn channel.
I would need a little more info.
I know.
Are they
research it?
Was it a husband and wife?
Yeah, it's husband and wife. They're young kids.
Bourbon bar?
No, it's shit. I can't remember. I'm on the spot. My bad.
That's
bad with names.
That's the only two that are out there.
Young kids.
Another young couple.
Not one chip.
Really young couple. I mean, YouTube had an idea just to have a bourbon channel.
Nah, Bourbon Bar was the only one that was young.
That's the only one I know that's like young kids.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll find it.
They just got married.
I should look at my
shit.
That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Eric, what kind of music do you like?
Straight Up Sips is their channel.
What is it?
Straight Up Sips.
Never heard of
it. Never heard of it.
I mean, they're younger than the On the Barrel. They're way younger than On the Barrel. I think they're barely over drinking age. So they sent out a challenge about eating hot wings and trying to taste 120 proof bourbon.
Yeah, that's a fun thing to do.
And you had to you got to guess the bourbon, you got to guess the proof, and you got to guess the whether it's bourbon or rye. So yeah, I did 6. They'd only done 3. I did 6. Yeah, it was pretty tough.
To me, that just sounds nasty because
it does.
I mean, eating hot wings is one thing. I love hot wings, but I know how sometimes I'll have dinner and then I'll have a bourbon after that. The bourbon just tastes nasty. I couldn't imagine doing like hot wings.
It was
and then bourbon.
Really hot wings, yeah. Really hot wings and really high proof whiskey. It's like it definitely changed the flavor of the whiskey. That's for sure.
What was your bourbon lineup for that?
Oh, I had to go back and look.
How was the Ring of Fire the next day?
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I know I had Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, the A124. I had.
Well, the A124 sucks, so the Hot Wings head have made it better.
It doesn't suck.
Yeah, it did. It actually did. It made it better. It actually did make it better. And then Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye was in there. Alberta Premium 126 proof. That was in there. I don't know what else. There was 3 more. I can't remember what else was in there, but yeah.
So
I had 9 120 proof better, but I had 6 in that lineup. So
Ben, I'll kind of agree with you. The bottle I got really sucks. It's nothing but dirt and grass. Now, I hear people that don't get that note from the A124. So
you don't get any classic bourbon notes.
No. And I know a lot of people that get that same.
Is there a rot on the cork?
No. And I know a lot of people from different areas who say they get the same dirt grass notes.
All right.
It's still 10, 11-year-old Heaven Hill. I mean, it's not.
No. Really?
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong with your bottle.
Yeah, they made it because like Laura,
they made it.
Laura from Baker Drinks said she gets the same thing. Quite a few people that I've talked to, not in my area,
really,
when it first came out, said they get that same dirty. Even Sugar Kitty. Sugar Kitty gets the same thing. But then there's people that have bottles that they say don't get that. But
I don't get that at all.
I don't want to put out another.
Put me aside a sample. Now I'm curious.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. I'm drinking it right now. It's a Heaven Hill Elijah Craig.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The worst Elijah Craig I ever had was still Elijah Craig.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Elijah Craig.
Joe says trash pallets are a real thing.
Throwing you under the bus.
You have me worried because I have one I haven't cracked open yet. So I don't know if I'm going to get dirt or what.
Crack it open.
Crack it open. Whiskey's for drinking, man.
That's true. That's true.
Nah, I never had any whiskey. I don't have any open bottles.
Every one of my bottles are open. I can't really get them home.
I'd say I'm somewhere between 400 and 500 open bottles.
Wow.
How long have you been collecting, though?
I don't know. Not as long as it should be for the size of my collection, but I don't know. 5 years, maybe?
Okay.
I'm overwhelmed with
that in about 5 years.
But I also go after Dusty's. I go to estate sales. I go to I have a lot of older stuff, and unfortunately I love the hunt.
It's addicting.
Yeah, I call it what I have. I call it I have bad bourbon acquisition disorder.
I understand.
For me, it's the thrill of the hunt, and the problem is I love finding old labels. I love finding discontinued stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. For when you end up having over 1,000 bottles, and you're like, "What do I do with all this crap?"
Right.
Who cares? It's a hobby. What makes you happy, whatever.
If I had a 3,000, 4,000 square foot home, I'd agree with you. But with only 1,000 square foot home, that includes a staircase, 2 bathrooms, and a utility room.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, I don't live in Alabama, so there's that.
Yeah, I understand that.
The cost of property here is insane, but I got to take care of family, so I'm here.
Yep, I understand. Everyone else has a different life, man.
Joe said he's only got 40 bottles in his collection, and I responded to him and says he's only got 40 bottles in his collection, and he only paid $40 for each.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of coupons.
So I'm overwhelmed with 40 bottles, 40 open bottles in my collection.
Dude, I've seen more than 40 bottles on this freaking shelf in his damn lives.
I've seen 40 bottles on his desk to turn a light start.
Yeah, he had 40 bottles on his freaking countertop.
I'll tell you what's more overwhelming is once you've been in this community with them, how many samples you have. Like, I'm trying to go through samples, and I literally, hundreds. People are generous. I try to be generous back, and it's just like, right now, this entire area is just sample bottles that need to get gone through. It's like if I could just drink samples for a long time, but then I wouldn't touch any of this crap.
Yeah,
Ben, and I'm not complaining. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Samples.
Wow.
I cannot keep up with them.
Delan, here. All right, you ready? There's this entire area of my desk right now, aside from a keyboard. There's this drawer down. Oh, you guys can't see this stuff. There's the drawers. It's insane.
I mean,
I probably in the last week sent out 100 samples.
Yeah, and it's truly appreciated. I love all the samples because I get to try stuff that I normally wouldn't buy or couldn't buy. Right. And it's awesome. But when people start sending you samples, it's like 6, 10 at a time. And when they come in, it is like Christmas. It's like, oh, let's see what we got.
And then you end up doing an advent calendar and you just find a bottle that says like number 8. What is it? I have no effing idea, but I only drank half of
it. Yeah, the community is awesome. And I'll say this, I try to send out as many samples as I get. I've sent that many samples, if not more.
Right.
Well, some people I can't reciprocate to because they've had everything I've had.
You know what?
Some people I'm like, I'll trade out with you.
But that's where picks come in too. You know what I mean? Because
some picks, yeah, would be great. Yeah.
Because everybody's a difference.
Right.
Bless you.
Well, then you start donating bottles to people that are trying to do certain things, and I've done that a few times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gave away a Dusty in the in Adriana's fundraiser.
I gave away 2 for somebody that was trying to get to Virginia for a tasting.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else decided they'd run the stream and do it, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll give you 2 bottles.
That's because you're a dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're the Z-Man.
It's all about taking care of each other.
That's right. We're all a big community, or a small community, actually. Yeah. We're the small channel community.
But that's why when there's certain people in this community that abuse it, it pisses me the fuck off, and I don't know how to keep quiet about it.
Well, that's your thing.
Right.
I ignore a lot of it.
How do they abuse it? Just asking because I don't know.
They put making money above all else. They'll take and not reciprocate. They will act extremely selfishly. They will take help from others and don't actually need it. There's a lot of ways, unfortunately. I would say it usually, when it boils down to it, though, it all boils back down to $1.
Yeah.
But you kind of quickly figure out who's in it for money and who's in it for people.
Right. And it's the ones that like the ones I donate bottles to, you can tell that, and you talk to them like backstage, they don't have a lot of fucking money. And they just want to fucking find a way to do something. And when I sit there and say, you know what, You need some help? And then I get another person going, you know what? I'll take the donations. You want to send the bottles? Send the bottles, and then I'll do it.
On that note, I got to go help Bonnie out. I got to go do some laundry folding and wound care. So I'll probably see everybody around Mark's later.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Have a good night, Ben. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
Nice meeting you, Ben.
See you. Yeah, be around.
So, Eric, and there is one thing that I want to say. So there are a lot of channels out there that are just in for the money. They just want to pull the money. They want to get as much money out of you as they can. But now there are channels that they do sample giveaways. They do bottle giveaways. And a lot of times when they do the sample giveaways, you know, they are asking $5 an entry, or, you know, whatever. Now, a lot of times, and coming from experience, that is barely, or it does cover shipping, because shipping is expensive. So
Yes, it is.
you're going to end up learning who to trust and who not to trust. But yes, like when I do sample giveaways, you know, it's like $5 for one entry, or 4 entries for 10, something like that. And, you know, shipping is going to run anywhere between $10 and $20.
Yep.
That's not counting box
Especially
material, bottles, stuff like that. So when channels do giveaways, you know, it's pretty legit. So I want you to, you know, understand that. Go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, especially if you ship to Rusty. It's like $20 to ship to Rusty. And it was a small box, and I'm like, dude. He lives out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so you know, there are channels that do giveaways that are legit. So I don't want you to think, you know, everybody, but there are channels that just want money. What's up, William Hall? How you doing tonight, sir? So, like I said earlier, I'm going to probably end the stream because I need to be asleep by 11. I was up way too late last night, and I have got a ton of stuff to get done tomorrow. So, Eric, I appreciate you coming on tonight. Hopefully you got enough subs, and you'll keep growing. Steven, you know, you're growing every day, and that's awesome.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys being on. I enjoy it.
I appreciate the exposure and meeting you guys. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The community is awesome.
I'm jumping over to Baker's Drinks if you want to go jump over in that chat right there and watch them. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
All right, cool. Everybody in chat, thank you for showing up. That's still here. We just got here. We've been going since 7 o'clock, so it's going on almost 4 hours. I'm heading to bed. It's been a long night last night and today, so I appreciate you. I would go over to Baker Drinks and watch them because, as you all know, they are awesome. So have a good night, and I will see you soon.
All right, Delane. Later.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Yep, no problem. Have a good night.